Hello there.
Hi. Ilya, introduce yourself.
Felix. Yeah,
Keep it
I
proud.
people know me here. I've played a good couple of drafts on the server. I'm Premier Cup champion. But who are you?
I am the Nut93, fellow retired streamer many times, lover of the Master League, and I'm honored to be here to shoutcast some draft battles today. Pretty hyped about that.
Yeah, German squad is here to shoutcast round 6 out of 7 for OU Wordle. Master League Wordle. Yeah, Champs Division Master League Classic Draft. We all know and love it. We've seen a good couple of rounds already. And now we're in the second to last one.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah.
I don't know, should we immediately start, or?
I do believe so. Let's see the teams. We have Heater, Crispy Chris Cabana, Stefan, Blue Anthrax, Dutch Goku, Oscar, Kelsey, Heartbroken Kid, aka HBK, and Flume. Most of which we will, if not all of them, we will see today because we have a good amount of battles.
We don't see Oscar today, but yes, we have some
true.
round 6 and round 7 battles today. I think 7 matches in total, 21 matches in total.
No, 28. It's best of 4.
28, best of 4. My bad. Ooh. Good thing I didn't plan something for the evening. Here we go.
Yeah, so PoGoRaids. If you didn't know yet, it is best of 4, so you can tie. Both players get 1 point in that case. If a tie in-game occurs, it counts as an actual tie. You don't replay the game. So you then write down 2-1-1, for example. And yeah, the player with more wins gets 2 points. The one with less gets 0. And if a tie occurs, so 2-2, both get 1.
Thank you for the explanation. So let's look into the teams real quick. We have Heater with Dialga first pick. Not really surprising, I'd say.
Yeah, all first 3 picks were just a matter of who picks which of the 3. It's usually kind of obvious that these 3 will be the first 3 to be picked, because all 3 of them are super safe in the Master League meta usually. Super bulky Pokemon with very good typings and movesets, as well as stats.
Exactly, and I mean, if we look into factions, for example, Dialga's not really that popular because everyone will have counters, but as counters are split over 8 teams here, it makes it so much harder to handle this dragon.
And
as well as Lugia. Very, very solid first round picks. But I'm really interested in these round 4 to 6 picks, to be honest. We see Jirachi in Heater's team as well. I don't have one for Master League. I'm pretty curious if we will see it live today.
Yeah, I don't have one yet, but I will build mine for Master League once we get the shiny, so I can have one for Great, one for Master League, because let's be honest, nobody takes Ultra serious.
As a fellow Ultra specialist, I have to thank you so much.
I'm sorry, Felix, but okay, let's say it that way. Nobody builds their mythicals for Ultra League.
That's true. Besides Mew, but hey. I will not build my Jirachi for Master League because it's 15-10-10, the worst possible IV spread ever.
For Great League.
For basically, yes. 10-10-10 would be worse for Master League, I agree there. But I will still, I don't build it. But I, for example, have an Avalok Oscar. We will see that. Not today.
Avalok with Ice Fang, not too high energy generation, but Avalanche and I believe Body Slam can utilize the energy you gain very effectively.
And a pretty nice counter for the Landorus.
Yeah.
For example, Yveltal. It has play. And the Armored Mewtwo was a pick which stood out for me. Very, very interesting.
Yeah, Armored Mewtwo.
Yeah, go ahead, Ilya.
Usually a very late round pick because like it isn't one of the obvious ones. However, it is very, very bulky. The confusions do chunk. Side Strike is absolutely OP, and it has a multitude of coverage moves with Earthquake, Rock Slide, and Dynamic Punch.
Exactly. So, really interested if we see that. I think we have several matches from Flume today.
I believe we have
Two in total. Yes.
Yeah.
Would love to see that.
Yeah, so we
And-
see Blue Anthrax versus Flume, Flume versus Cabana, Cabana versus Kelsey, Kelsey versus Chris, so one AB, AB, AB. Then Stefan versus Goku, HBK versus Kelsey, and then Blue Anthrax versus Heater.
Exactly. So some of the players, we have the pleasure to see them 3 times today. And I would say, let's go into the first match. Ilya, what do you think about these teams?
Yeah, so here we have our first matchup, Blue Anthrax versus Flume. Both quite strong teams. Flume at the wheel, picking that really strong Dragonite Ho-Oh core, supporting it with the Zamazenta Mamoswine later, and then closing it out with T-Tar Armored Mewtwo. In this specific matchup, Blue Anthrax can kinda go nuts with the Mewtwo, except for the T-Tar, which it is really afraid of. But other than that, it's absolutely insane, and you potentially can run Focus Blast for it. It will just make you much weaker to specifically Armored Mewtwo. I also really like the Garchomp, especially with Dragon Tail, because the only real threat is Mamoswine, and other than that, you can essentially just power through most things. Regice with Thunder Blizzard might see some play. A bit spicy, but could be run. Other than that, yeah, Conkeldurr also doesn't look too bad. If it does manage to dodge the Mewtwo, maybe land a Stone Edge or two against the Flyers. Raikou, I don't think we will see Raikou. And Togekiss, yeah, it's a Charmer. What do you expect? It is kind of RPS. Wants to dodge the Ho-Oh. The Mamoswine, it can just force its way through, but still doesn't really like to shield twice there. And on Flume's side, the Ho-Oh looks absolutely great. Like, it only hard loses Raikou, and even there you can get a shield if you do shield the Wild Card. If it even KOs, because Ho-Oh is also pretty tanky. I wouldn't be surprised if it can lift one, even if it's very close.
Exactly.
Other than that,
Brave
Mamo,
pressure.
I assume will not run Bulldoze here. I would expect Avalanche and Stone Edge, because the Stone Edge is much better against the Regice. And Bulldoze really only gives you Raikou, which you beat anyways. Other than that, T-Tar is okay, and the Mewtwo is absolutely safe, except for the Armored Mewtwo is absolutely safe, except for Blue Anthrax Mewtwo.
Exactly. In my preparation on my cool cheat sheet here, I made a big circle around this Armored Mewtwo because it has play against basically everything. And I also made a circle around the Conkeldurr because, well, it makes this Mewtwo so safe if it can prevent the Tyranitar from play. And these Stone Edges, Ho-Oh has to fear them, D-Knight has to fear them. So the only thing on Flume's team really stopping that is the Armored Mewtwo. So I'm really curious what we will see from these players now.
Yep. Also, something we might see is Moonblast on Zamazenta, since it does get access to that. And if we're gonna be honest, Crunch only helps you with Mewtwo, which really destroys you regardless.
Yes.
But yeah, let's get into the battles and we'll see.
Let's go. We have Blue Anthrax side here, and we have Mewtwo into Ho-Oh. Fairly neutral matchup, but Mewtwo needs to use shields. And we see a Shadow Ball on the side.
We do see
Interesting.
Shadow Ball.
I think,
too surprising trying to counter that Armored Mewtwo.
I think if you once have a double Legacy Mewtwo, you don't want TM away, so kind of makes sense. We see it here.
I mean, you can also always just build multiples.
Oh yeah, true.
Since
In
this is Master League Classic, it's not too hard. Oh, Sacred Fire!
And we see no debuff. Wow. But another side strike. Ho has Shielder goes down.
I did not expect to see Sacred Fire.
No?
No, good under tap.
And now we see the Brave Bird shielded. Blue Antrax already down 2 shields, but comes in with the
he can
guard
farm it
shot.
down.
Ooh, what a snipe. Very nice. Ho goes
Yeah,
down with all
nasty
the
farm
energy.
down due to the debuff there.
We now see a Sand Tomb,
We do
which
see
makes
Sand
sense.
Tomb Outrage. Yeah, wouldn't get to the Outrage. Flume is obviously able to count. Would just throw the Avalanche prior. However, now he can get a good amount of... He could technically get a good amount of extra farm. But chooses to save some of the HP instead.
And now, interesting what Blue Antrax will do. Throw the Side Strike immediately? Not yet. Goes one Psycho Cut and now Side Strikes. Will Flume shield this? Ilya, would you?
I probably would, yeah.
But we get another Side Strike,
Unable
unfortunate
to get
for Flume.
the Avalanche. Should have really gotten that extra farm on guard jump. This way, just lost the shield, unable to reach another Avalanche. But it is Armored Mutant in the bag. Do we see the Shadow Ball do enough pressure?
It does connect. It won't one-shot though. I don't know how much a Side Strike from YouTube will do to Conkeldurr here.
Oh, he transfers the... Oh my god, they transferred the confusion. Now it's just a race whether he can reach the Side Strike, since the Armored Mewtwo is definitely in Side Strike range.
Oh, he gets another confusion in.
Oh.
A bit of extra farm, but it doesn't look too good for the non-armored Mewtwo. Will it reach it? Oh my god!
Oh,
it doesn't. It doesn't.
Perfect amount of farm. Perfect amount of farm on Flume's side. Able to close out that match with another Side Strike.
And
yeah,
the
Armored
battle
Mewtwo
is
is just
gone.
way too thick.
The battle is gone, but we know who won that. Congrats to Flume on this impressive first win. Curious to see how Blue Antrax adapt to that. As expected, we saw the Armored Mewtwo. Cool. And yeah, Ilya, what would you bring in round 2 on Blue Antrax side?
I would probably try to utilize the Raikou, especially since Sacred Fire is 70 energy, if I recall correctly.
Yes.
Meaning you can't Brave Bird bait into Earthquake with one less Incinerate, but you have to actually throw 4 as long as you don't throw 2 Brave Birds prior. And yeah, that makes Raikou a really good counter to the Ho-Oh, as well as having access to that Shadow Ball to hit the Armored Mewtwo for super effective damage too.
Exactly, but it has to fear the Mammoth Swine, which we already saw. So, might be a bit rock, paper, scissors if you really bring it. Curious to see what they actually bring. Ready for round 2?
Yeah,
we have a Mewtwo into
Dragonite. Yeah,
fairly neutral
we do
matchup.
see the same team from Blue Anthrax here. In the same order as well, so didn't change anything, just hoping that Flume adjusts in his favor.
I mean, the Mewtwo lead is super safe. It can basically win against the whole team besides Tyranitar. So it makes sense. And now we see a catch on the Dragon Claw, but a shield following. Interesting play.
Yeah, trying
Let's
to get
see if it
an
utilizes.
energy lead on whatever Flume can come in with. Oh, big sneak in!
Mm-hmm. We'll be able to farm down. Flume might swap out though.
Yeah, no transfer on the sneak in. We do see him farm down. If he manages to bait and then land an outrage, he can essentially KO anything on the team.
And we see the Armored
should have
Mewtwo
gone
and the
for one
sneak.
Dragon Tail.
Ah.
Really should have gone for one Dragon Tail. And fails the bait. This is rough.
But he will reach this outrage here. And we see a catch on the Ho. Oh my god.
And a sneak in.
Fire. Incinerate. Wow.
Incinerate sneaking on the swap is just nasty. We do see a no shield.
But it connects. It connects.
The transfer... I don't know about the transfer. I mean, the Brave Bird probably
It
kills
would kill.
anyways.
It would
So,
kill,
yeah.
exactly. But
I'm
now we
pretty
have
sure
to
Flume
see.
just wins this now. Because
I mean,
Brave Bird does so much damage.
we still have a lot of energy on the Mewtwo
That is
against the
true.
armored
If we
Mewtwo.
manage to outpace. Yeah,
Depends on
no
the
way,
second
no way.
move of the armored Mewtwo, I would say. If it's Dynamic Punch. Oh, another Incinerate
Oh,
coming
sneak in.
through here.
Yeah.
So we will see
If they
another
don't
Brave Bird if he
overtap,
shits.
even if they
Okay.
do overtap, switch lock. Oh, that was interesting.
Let's see what the armored
Giving a
Mewtwo has.
potential win con if they don't run Earthquake.
Slide. Okay. It's still looking good for Flume here. But let's see if this Shadow Ball connects. It does not.
Back? It is. Okay. Yeah, we. Oh my god. Oh.
Wow. What a catch.
For the loose condition.
What a catch. Oh. Will he reach it? He does. The Shadow Ball connects.
God.
1 HP and a dream.
Flume was really looking for that loose condition, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, it is a decision, a 1 second decision. And he got caught on that decision.
Had he just shielded the Ho, he would have been totally fine. He could have just Brave Birded the Mewtwo and just would have won from there.
I mean, we could also see a catch on the Blue Antrax side there, right? Switch timer was close to be up. But yes, that potentially was Flume's game. He gave it away, but that can happen to the best. Very, very good game 2 here. It's interesting. It's interesting. Ilya, do you expect the same team from Blue Antrax again? Because yes, this Mewtwo save swap, this Mewtwo lead is so goddamn safe.
Let's say I wouldn't be surprised, since the only real Garchomp counter is Mamoswine. You kind of perfectly cover that with Conkeldurr. I just think it's a bit rough to bring Conkeldurr, which is so weak against the Armored Mewtwo team. It is kind of a gamble, because if they do lead T-Tar, you're kind of screwed, but I guess you can have play if they don't also bring Mamoswine, so I could see him run the same team, yeah. I still think Raikou is a good pick here, though.
I mean, you can probably pair the Raikou with the Garchomp, so we might see adjustments there. The Armored Mewtwo is still a big threat. Both.
Yeah, might bring Raikou Togekiss and just hope to RPS with the Mewtwo forcing switch.
And I see PoGoRaids saw my tweet. Thank you so much, my friend, for the raid. Welcome, raiders. We have
66
Master
raiders.
League. We have a Master League draft here. For everyone not knowing what a draft is, every Pokemon can only be picked one by any player in this by any player in this draft, and we have 8 players, so 10. 64 different Pokemon.
Felix, we have 10 players.
48. We have 10 players.
Yes, we have 10 players, so we have 60 Pokemon.
My bad. I'm very bad prepared. Okay, we have 60 different Pokemon then. Wow. So again, yeah, thank you, PoGoRaids, for the raid. We just are 1-1 in this division. It's a best of 4 in every match, and we have 7 pairings, so an exciting evening. And I would say we go into game 3 in this pair.
Yep. Now let's see if Blue Antrax made some adjustments to the team. Oh, he did. He brings the Togekiss and leads the Garchomp.
And that's
he catches the one thing that Togekiss is the most afraid of. We
saw before the Garchomp has Dragon Tail, which is the favorite move against the Ho-Oh, so let's see.
Doesn't get the sneak in. Big denial by Flume.
But an instant Brave Bird, I would say Brave Bird and Dip, most likely.
Yep.
Yes, into the Dragonite.
Oh my god. Even Hurricane doesn't even nearly do enough, so he can just no shield and farm down. reach an Ancient Power and save it for the Ho-Oh that will quite likely come back in here.
Exactly. And probably
like
force a shield with a double super effective Ancient Power, which is not that much damage, but still.
Yeah, easily going to be able to Ancient Power anything that comes in here.
But that also means more farm for the Ho-Oh here. Maybe able to reach another.
Oh my
Brave
god,
Bird.
2-turn lag. Doing the damage of the Incinerate before the Ancient Power and then also being able to sneak. Didn't really change this though, as long as it doesn't get to a move with like 1 HP later down the line, it will not have affected the match, fortunately.
Exactly. And here comes the big outrage. Will Flume shield? He does.
We do have the potential to sweep with Mewtwo backline though, since we do have a shield advantage now, never mind.
I mean, Garchomp with energy is also very, very deadly. We don't see anything on Flume's team resisting Dragon Tails. And
Yep.
we know the moveset of the Armored Mewtwo. There's Rock Slide that doesn't do much against Mewtwo in Master League, so
Yeah, Mewtwo
this
can
looks pretty
essentially
good.
just tank 2 of those, I think, because Armored Mewtwo is so thick. And
Exactly.
has, yeah, easily tanks 2. Can just get that easy free real estate farm here.
And we see the Shadow Ball connecting now. There are no shields in play anymore. Master Red, are we having fun? A lot. Seeing these exciting battles here. And seeing the tankiness of Armored Mewtwo, there's not that many things living a Shadow Ball in the Master League that well. A super effective Shadow Ball.
But yeah, we will just see a farm up to back-to-back Side Strike or, yeah. And now
Exactly.
just, since it is in Side Strike range, we will just Side Strike it and then throw one Psycho Cut to reach the next and KO the Ho-Oh.
And Ho-Oh,
at least
Incinerate.
I'm pretty sure Ho-Oh isn't thick enough.
Exactly. Well played on Fluandrax's side. On Flume's side as well, that was a tricky match.
Yeah, that one was not really anybody finding the loose con. It was just well played by both.
Yeah. And having that Dragonite on a Togekiss was very, very unfortunate. But again,
on Flume's
on Flume's side, there's nothing resisting these Dragon moves, which can be really tricky with a shield disadvantage as well. So, interesting to see if Flume can adapt in match 4 to take that last point, or if Antrax takes a 3-1.
Yeah, let's see. Do we see a Tiger? Togekiss leads Scumreed into Mamoswine. This is much better than the Garchomp lead, though. So at least that's something.
Exactly.
Can't just charm down.
And we see the Garchomp in the back, though, so a swap out is also really tricky. But if I'm not mistaken, Togekiss can take this into 2 shields.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can charm down in the 2 shields, just because of how oppressive the move is. We'll also get the shield back with Ancient Power now.
But will it be worth it to go shields down against a potential Ho-Oh in the back?
That is true. He might also... Oh my god, they got the boost! Now it definitely is worth it.
Wow, my love for Charmers comes through in this game.
Oh my god! He doesn't think it's worth it.
Oh, interesting. Let's see. Can Garchomp farm down? It looks like...
Yeah, free Dragon
New update is not live. With the new update, it might be trickier to farm down here. But it made it. We have a Garchomp with energy now, which is, again, pretty deadly against Flume. But we see the Armored Mewtwo. That thing can tank an Outrage.
And we do try to catch. Unsuccessfully, though. Has 5 Confusions worth of energy now on the Armored Mewtwo saved.
He needs 2 Side Strikes to kill, so we will see a shield at least for the next one. But the one shield is not that great for Ho-Oh.
Yeah, Mewtwo having that nice shield advantage, trying to off-turn CMP here. Very good read that Flume will throw the charge move immediately. It is a Sacred Fire as well.
Will it debuff? It does debuff. This might...
Didn't get the off-turn CMP though.
This might turn this matchup. I think
It
2 side strikes still kill though.
Yeah, 2 side strikes definitely still
Yes.
KO. It will
This,
be very close, but I do believe it will be enough.
this is how impressive Mewtwo's side strike is. Even debuffed, killing basically everything in this league. And now we still have this Mewtwo with energy, but that won't kill, so we see a Shadow Ball coming through soon. And we have the Garchomp with energy. This looks pretty much over.
We do know that the Garchomp has the Outrage saved, so it will definitely be able to close this out after the Shadow Ball connects. Even with the debuff, this will definitely put it in Outrage range.
And Garchomp will win CMP over an Armored Mewtwo, which is basically close to 0 attack, so there we go. Well played on both sides again.
Bloom finding that lose condition in game 2 did kinda hurt now, because that costs him an entire point.
Yes.
Going 1-3 against Blue and Frax.
But we have a second matchup right now after that, where Flume can show if he can take these points back against Cabana. Ilya, what do you think about Cabana's team?
My notes are, Ho-Oh once again looks absolutely amazing here. With Earthquake though, because you definitely want a good coverage move for the Heatran, as well
For
as
everybody
the Terrakion.
not knowing in chat, the players are allowed to TM in between the rounds.
Yeah, you can use different movesets, different Pokemon of the same species, as well as different Shadow status. So for example, you could bring Shadow Mamoswine this round, whereas it was normal Mamoswine last round.
Exactly.
Yeah, so the Ho-Oh looks very good. The Zamazenta looks quite playable because Zacian is essentially the only threat, and it kinda needs to run Play Rough to be a massive threat. Otherwise, it can just get hit back with the big close combat after it debuffs its defenses. Mamoswine is also quite playable. Armored Mewtwo looks okay. It is kind of afraid of the Zarude, because Dynamic Punch, even with the super effectiveness, doesn't do too much here. T-Tar doesn't really look playable, so I don't think we will see that. And Dragonite is kind of afraid of the Zacian, obviously, because it is a fairy type. Heatran isn't amazing because you only hit it for resisted, and it can hit you with a Stone Edge. However, it does take a while to get there, and Dragon Breath is really impressive.
Do you think we will see the Heatran on Cabana's side?
I do believe we might see the Heatran, because Heatran doesn't really have any terrible matchups except for the Zamazenta, and it can definitely one-hit KO the Ho-Oh with the Stone Edges. Mamoswine needs to land a Bulldoze, and the Fire Spins do add up. Could potentially just not run Flamethrower here, because Iron Hat is faster. It will still hit the Mamoswine for super effective. It is like I said, it is faster, just a bit though, but it will hit the Tyranitar for super effective as well. So might see Iron Hat Stone Edge spicy moveset here.
Very spicy. And I'm curious if we will see this Milotic, because it doesn't look bad against Flume.
Yeah, Melodic with Dragon Tail.
Exactly.
Very playable.
It wins the Ho-Oh. It can win the D-Knight in the one shield. Has a lot of play against the Mamoswine. Too bad against Zamazenta and Armored Mewtwo. As you said, we might not see a Tyranitar. And also the double flyer on Flume's side is not super safe, because we have that Terrakion with a potential
definitely expect to see the Zacian though, with, in my opinion, close combat Wild Charge, because Play Rough only really gets you Dragonite and Zamazenta, and Zamazenta can quite likely, in my opinion, tank it, at least one of them, meaning you can just double nuke it. Then you definitely need the close combat for both Mamoswine and T-Tar, and without Wild Charge you get hard walled by that Ho-Oh. So I am pretty sold it will be double nuke, and yeah, it looks absolutely safe. Zarude, kind of RPS matchup here. It's pretty good against Zamazenta because it can tank close combat, I believe. it is like mediocre against Mammothwine because it's mutual destruction. You both hit for super effective. However, you do get outpaced. Heatar you could absolutely destroy. Same for Armored Mewtwo. But the flyers aren't really good for you at all.
Yes, you will have some problems with the Dragonite and especially the Ho-Oh, because
Yeah.
Ho-Oh just nearly one-shots you with its big charge moves. But as you said, we will see the Zacian. It's one of the most flexible Pokemon, and we're even able to TM here, so you don't pick Zacian and then not bring it, probably.
Yeah, from being good already, it just gets absolutely insane with that flexibility between play rough, close combat, and wild card. And of course the spicy Iron Head, which we will probably never see, hopefully.
What
yeah,
might be
that,
also interesting is
that
Hexorus. I think a lot of people know it just from Master Premier Classic, where we played with counter, but that thing has Dragon Tail as well, which can be pretty deadly against Flume. As we saw in the former matchup, Flume doesn't have anything resisting Dragon damage, so we might see a super spicy Dragon Tail Hexorus coming. I could see a double Dragon Tail team with the Zacian
You're
in the
totally
front.
reading my mind here. That was exactly what I was about to say. We could see double Dragon Tail being run here with 0 resistances. Hexorus, while utilizing counter very well, being one of the best fast moves in the entire game, isn't a fighting type, unlike Como. So it doesn't really take the confusions from Armored Mewtwo too badly.
And
it
it
does
can
have
hurt back
that
with
Night
Night
Slash
Slash.
to hurt back, exactly. Also, I do believe if we do see the Haxorus, we won't see Dragon Claw, but Night Slash and Surf. Because Surf will hit Mammothwine, Ho-Oh, and Tyranitar for super effective damage, which is very nice. While the Dragon Tails put enough pressure on the Dragonite usually.
Before we are getting too deep in the moveset pits here, let's see what these players bring. Ready for game 1. And we see a Ho into the root. This is dirty.
Oh, really good read.
But let's see if we have some good save swaps. We have the Zacian. Probably with the Wild Charge here, if it swaps into a Ho-Oh.
We do see it has the same CP as Flume's Zamazenta. Which I'm quite excited about the moveset off.
Curious to see. Okay, we see a shield on the on the Zacian, sorry. And the damage sponge in form of Armored Mewtwo here. Doesn't really have to fear anything.
No damage. Can just throw a charge move without any issues. Either get the second shield or KO the Zaru as patient, and then Zarut will come back in, obviously, resisting those double resisting those confusions. However, we do see the dynamic punch, so it has to be aware of that. It will do around 50 to 60%, I believe, so will make it much more easily farm downable.
And Cabana is already down 1 shield, so they might not want to shield here again. And disconnects.
50% roughly.
But we see a lot of farm.
That is true. He will get to 100 energy before throwing any charge moves here. Might throw a power whip, slight energy charge. Nope. Dark Pulse.
It's a much safer play. We still have around 50 energy and another charge move to hit that Ho-Oh. But let's see, we have...
Oh! Completely forgot to talk about that thing. It is really RPS. If it does find the flyers, it is really happy. If it doesn't, it goes to sleep very, very sad. Or Tyranitar, of course.
Exactly. But now we see these resisted smackdowns on the Zamazenta. It's not looking good for Cabana.
I'd like to point out, we don't see Moonblast, however, we do see Iron Head for the opposing Zacian.
Mm-hmm.
That is
makes sense.
Quite interesting, but really cool to see, because I'm gonna be honest, I forgot to learn Iron Head.
Well, we see this was a kind of one-sided match, a one-sided RPS match. We didn't see the Milotic, I'm sad. We didn't see the Dragon Tail Hexorus, I'm sad again. But we saw this route, we both said might not come. Very interesting. First round, going in favor of Flume. won the lead, won the switch, won the back. Yes. How would you
Yeah, that
adapt
was,
in Cabana's side?
that was quite rough. I'd like to see the Dragon Tailors, I'm gonna be honest, go away from this RPS pick of Terrakion, move to the Dragon Tailors, and stop hoping that your Terrakion will be able to dodge these two horrible matchups in Zamazenta and Armored Mewtwo, which do look so very, very good against his team. So yeah, let's see how he adapts in Game 2.
And we have
do
the
see the
legend
two-spell
pose
pose.
rocking. Ah, a beautiful pose. We have the Zacian lead, a very safe lead. We can see a wild charge and dip. It's not that great against Armored Mewtwo, even though we have these super effective snorts, but they do nothing. And we saw what a wild charge does also. Not too much. Let's see. Flume throws a side strike first, so the Zacian is not debuffed yet. Doesn't really have to shield this.
Yeah, indeed isn't debuffed quite yet, so can easily tank it. Can just throw 2 charge moves back to back and immediately dip after. As you said, wild charge and dip. Quite a good strat. We've seen it being utilized fairly often up to now, but yeah, opts to stay in for a bit longer,
And
get
we
some
see
extra
a
energy and
confusion
transfer. It wasn't a sneak. He threw 3 snarls, I believe, meaning that the confusion started 1 turn earlier. Unable to transfer it as well. This is looking to be rough.
Unfortunate. And now we have a dynamic punch. We saw how much it does. Might shield, might not. Let's
Oh,
go
actually,
through.
just 45%.
And we
Yeah,
see a
armor
desync.
is too thick for real damage.
We saw desync there, so here comes another dynamic punch, which has to be shielded, I guess. Yes.
Yeah. So
Now it
gets the
looks
shields.
really tricky for Cabana again.
Gets the shield advantage back. Cabana should be able to farm down. Oh, not quite. Yeah, armor. I'm gonna be honest, it's just too thick.
Yes. I wish I had a good one. I would build it immediately, but I don't.
I would build it the
Unfortunate.
moment I get the pick and draft. I would save the rare candy other than that. But yeah, once I do get to pick it and draft, I would definitely immediately go for it.
And here we see
he
the
plays with
Terrakion
the
again.
Terrakion. We see the Terrakion Zarude, super weak backline to Zamazenta. In other words, we see both players run the same line. However, Flume just reading Cabana like a book once again and essentially RPSing him.
Well, never change a winning team, I guess. Worked
Only
quite
the
well.
order.
Yes. Worked quite well here. This game looks pretty much over. Yes, this close comment is ouch.
Yeah, at least we see Cabana admit defeat and not use the last shield, wasting our time. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon.
We could see a farm down.
Oh. Oh.
We don't. We don't.
Had that worked, there would have probably actually been a win con. So, okay. I do respect that shield.
I don't have in mind how much the energy the Ho-Oh had. It would have been very close if that farm down works.
Yeah,
Interesting end.
It was definitely much closer than expected.
Yes, we were pretty fast in calling Cabana out here, and
yeah,
was close. Well played.
Yeah, the Smackdowns put the Ho-Oh into 1 Dark Pulse range very, very quickly with that double super effectiveness. Super impressive. We see it in all the leagues with Smackdown. And so do we here. Only that we see it quite rarely in Master League, with Titar and Terrakion essentially being the only ones that run except for Rhyperior, that is. Yeah, what do you think? How will Cabana adjust? Will he finally leave the Zarude, Zacian, Terrakion team behind and try to go for a different strategy?
I hope for it. Let's say it like that. I hope we see a Dragon Tailor. I don't know what to expect. I don't know Cabana that well. Maybe they try to RPS back. It's all possible. I really hope we see a Dragon Tailor, but I won't be surprised if we don't.
Yeah, let's go to game 3 and find out. We do see Armored Mewtwo against Rude. He does RPS back, and it works.
Impressive. Calling the lead now. And we have the Zamazenta safe swap. And we see a Dragon Tailor. Ilya, we see it.
Yeah, but now I hope it's another Dragon Tailor or the Terrakion in the back. Otherwise, this Ho might just run wild.
The problem is, will Milotic be able to win switch against the Zamazenta?
Oh, I do believe he has to shield this, because otherwise Milotic can just shield and Dragon Tail down due to the debuff. Never mind, Zamazenta is not that squishy.
But we saw a Dragon Tail coming through here.
Kind of mitigated here.
We saw Dragon Tail coming through, so this Milotic shields and will farm down.
Yep.
And win
Especially
switch.
with the double debuff.
And if we have Terrakion in the back, this will be in favor of Cabana most likely.
Yeah, Flume would need to land Earthquake on that with the Ho. Or was he running Sacred Fire again? I'm gonna be honest, I didn't quite catch that in the last game. He didn't really need it.
Didn't matter yet, so it's not in my mind as well. We will see. And we see another Surf coming through. Good for Armored Mewtwo is the Root doesn't have Dark Fast move. So a farm down would be most likely not possible here.
Yeah, we do see the Dynamic Punch connect doing approximately 45%. Yeah.
And here's the switch, and here's the Terrakion.
Yeah, Scum Read, big RPS, big PP, very clearly. Leaving behind...
We don't have the Earthquake here.
Instead of leaving behind the RPS core, he left behind the Zacian, the safest of them all, and brought.
Doesn't even need to shield. Doesn't even need to shield here.
Who even needs super effectiveness when you can literally just like Brave Bird everything neutrally? That was impressive damage.
Yes, I mean it's a Brave Bird.
Yeah, that is true, and it is a Ho after all. Not too low in attack stat.
The Root will outpace here, and the Mewtwo sadly needs even probably 2 moves or a lot of more confusions to kill this.
Yeah, a lot more confusions.
This
not
is over.
Not an amount you can realistically hit.
Oh, we see a confusion.
Might get their copium.
Very
there's
copium.
No way. There's no way.
We see a Power Whip BM here.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah,
GG
Cabana,
in this game 3.
Cabana, instead of trying to make his team safer, he goes for the full RPS here and makes it work. So, guess no complaining here.
Worked 1 out of 3 times statistically. It will work the next time as well. So, you will see.
Yeah, let's see if Flume or Cabana gets the read on the lead and therefore also the backline this time around. Very good adjustment by Cabana, bringing the Melodic over Zacian though.
Yes.
Oh, we do see the doggo stare down.
We saw Zamazenta has Iron Hat, but that's such a bad move. It won't do that much here.
If he gets it on CMP against the Wild Charge, nope.
It doesn't. We see a Snarl coming through.
The CMP.
This is a safe no shield on Cabana's side, so after that we will see these
Oh, gotta sneak in back though.
We will see these close combats or wild charge. Doesn't really matter coming through here, and we see the shield.
I suppose afraid of the player off then? Oh, we do see the Dragonite in the back. What for?
Exactly. No Ho-Oh this time.
Though? I'm not quite sure. Oof, the Dragon Tails do hurt, especially transferring that sneak in.
But the Surfs will do nothing, so I kind of see the swap. Getting Dragonite out of the way of this Zacian, farming down the Milotic successfully here, will be able to connect this Hurricane with the Zacian. And this will kill if it goes unshielded.
Oh, absolutely. Especially after the Iron Head, there is no doubt on anyone's mind that this thing is in range, and
And
it
it
does
does.
KO.
Ouch.
It is the Zarude in the back. He cannot really wind it down, realistically
Mm,
speaking.
yes.
Double resisted vine whips.
Very, very, very difficult situation for Gabbana. He has to shield and has to throw a move. It can't farm
It will
down.
reach another Dragon Claw.
Ah,
Oh,
unfortunate.
1 HP in a dream, and then yeah, now Zamazenta can just go nuts and throw a close combat. Oh, never mind, no shields.
Makes actually sense to no shield
Yeah,
expecting the Mewtwo in the
Mewtwo
back.
can just confusion down at this point.
Yes. I mean, we have 100 energy on this route, but we still have a shield. We still have
Zamaz,
two completely
yeah, the
healthy
Zarude
Pokemon.
needs 2 Dark Pulses to get rid of the Mewtwo, and then also needs a move ready for the Zamazenta, which won't even KO. And then there's also a shield left, so yeah, there's no way. Yeah, Flume could even snarl down here if we're honest.
Yes, it makes sense to throw a move though, because the confusions are double resisted. These snarls don't do that much. It might get pretty close because the root generates the energy pretty fast. Oh, there we
Oh, it
go.
does get rid of the Zamazenta. However, we'll just get confusion down at this point, I believe. It definitely didn't have the time to get to the next Power Whip or Dark Pulse for the Mewtwo. Yeah, fairly close though. Fairly close.
Exactly, we were really close to this killing Dark Pulse. Well played. We still saw this route, which was, yeah, the main answer against the Armored Mewtwo. And again, Armored Mewtwo really surprising me here. As soon as that thing is in raids, I still need a good one for Ultra League. I still need a Master League one. I will rate that crazy. My god.
Let's hope for it to also release as a shiny next time it's around, since if
Oh,
I
yeah.
recall correctly, we don't have that yet.
Exactly. Very
Yeah,
curious.
so Flume does get the retribution and goes 3-1 to go 4-4 in total.
Negates his mistake in the first round. Takes these points. Very impressive plays. Very GG. And we will have the pleasure to see Cabana in the next round again against
Yeah, we'll get to
Kelsey.
see on whether Cabana can redeem himself now. Yeah, so
Ilya,
for Cabana
what do you
versus
think?
Kelsey, my notes say Zacian with Wild Surge and Play Rough. Because you really want the Play Rough to not get walled by Giratina, obviously.
Exactly.
Close combat doesn't really give you anything except for Snorlax, but you do want the Wild Surge in particular for the water types. And because, yeah, Snorlax kinda doesn't like the Play Roughs either. No need to debuff yourself there. Other than that, I really like the Zarude. It is fairly playable even against Charm Primarina since it does get the shields. And I do believe it reaches 2 Power Whips due to its bulk.
Oh, definitely.
Suicune, obviously, very, very good matchup. Snorlax, resisted legs, body slams are okay. Ascaf, not great, and neither is Reshiram, but Giratina again is pretty good because you do 2-hit KO with the Dark Pulses. You both are very tanky, so I could very well I could very easily see play for Zarude here. Heatran isn't really playable. We won't see Heatran, lads. Yeah, not gonna happen.
I
Melodic,
wouldn't write it out that much because
really?
that Stone Edge hits the restaurant.
Really?
You still lose it, but you kinda, I don't know. I think, well, Escavalier is not tanky in any league. It's not awesome in Master League, but it has a lot of play here, and Heatran is the only kinda answer against it. And even that gets double hit by a drill run. So I'm curious if we see this Ascav. And the water types we see on Kelsey's team are not real water types. I mean,
That is true. That is true.
the
Neither of them has water type. Will run water type fast moves with
exactly.
Primarina. Quite likely going to have Charm. to counter the Dark and the Dragon type, as well as Terrakion, which either fast move
Yes.
with it for super effective though.
So we might just see a Heatran here. And I saw in chat Cabana loves his Heatran, so I love Heatran too. I played it in some Master League teams. Not too successfully because, well, it's Heatran, but I love it.
What I do expect though is the two dragons on Kelsey's side because yeah, obvious reasons.
Even though we have the Zacian on Cabana's side,
yeah, Zacian just doesn't do enough damage to get rid of, especially Giratina. Shadow Claw very spammy, and essentially just Shadow Sneak, Shadow Claw. You will easily live a play rough.
And we don't have a super effective move against the Reshiram either. The play rough is neutral, and this overheats hurts so much.
That is true. Yes, I do expect to see Snorlax. Snorlax looks very good here with the superpower potential to hit Zarude, Heatran, and Terrakion for super effective, while also having the stab, body slam for Melodic and Zacian, with a fairly decent energy generation. And then Ascaf I could also see half play, since I do expect it to be Dragon Tail Melodic, which is much better for Escavalier than Waterfall. And yeah, Zarude, hard counter. You hit for super effective counters. You one-hit KO with Mega Horn, I assume. And fortunately, as a Steel type, we don't have Iron Head to hit the Zacian for super effective. So I guess that's one thing Zamazenta has that we don't.
Well, I'm curious to see what Kelsey will bring here. Let's tune into the battle. We have a Zacian lead into Reshiram. This can be pretty neutral. Let's see what the Reshiram runs. It's a Dragon Breath one. I could either imagine Stone Edge even on it, but Overheat makes a bit more sense.
Wild Charge.
Interesting. That makes the Primarina matchup a lot worse. And as I said, the Play Rough Connect doesn't do too much, and we see a shield. Will this be an Overheat and dip?
Oh,
we shield the crunch. We shield the crunch on the Zamazenta, and here comes the Snorlax safe throw. It's a
Here comes
Snorlax.
The thing we do have the close combat for. We are going to close combat and dip, I assume. Does the close combat connect though? It doesn't, unfortunately.
Who we have the Zarude?
Does have to respect the superpowers though.
For sure. You don't want to eat this super effective fighting charge move. Let's see if we see an early shield. We don't. Let's get through, and it's body slam. That was well.
This does put us into superpower range though.
Exactly. So we expect a shield here.
Yeah, absolutely. Zarude is
there it is.
tanky. So is Snorlax. It is Shadow Snorlax, but yeah, from full HP it won't KO. So the body slam was needed to put the Zarude in range, regardless. Let's see if it still is in superpower range now that the Snorlax is debuffed. We won't see.
Snorlax goes down immediately.
Plus Vine Whip.
And we see the Reshiram again. This time Dark Pulse. You don't want to throw a Power Whip into a double resist Reshiram. So this play makes obviously a lot of sense. And we see a shield. So no shields in play anymore. Will we see the immediately close?
Much energy the Reshiram had? The answer is not enough.
It was not that much.
Will definitely KO here.
Now, what will we see in the back?
It is Giratina with the Shadow Claw.
And
will be able to KO the Zacian just before it gets to the play rough.
It will. The Zacian is double debuffed from the close combat, so here we go. But we still have this Zarude, and that can tank a Dragon Claw easily. And we still also have a full life.
Shadow Claw worth of extra energy. I think this is a misplay though. Do we don't have a move on Zarude ready, do we?
Not yet, no.
Yeah.
But this Stone Edge hurts as well.
That is true. However, Giratina might be able to get some extra farm now and be able to double Dragon Claw the Zarude later by outpacing it.
Honestly, not sure about that because we only have these shadow sneaks. They don't do much. They don't bring Heatran in farm down range to get 2 Dragon Claws. It will be a close
That is
matchup,
true.
but as you
Yeah,
see, these shadow sneaks do basically nothing. We
yeah,
need another 2.
Giratina preferring the shields up matchups in this scenario, especially due to how big Heatran's moves are and how small in comparison Giratina's are.
Exactly.
While being much more spammy, of course, they don't really do too much damage. The
And we
Stunnet
see this
will
damage coming
probably
here.
put it in farm down range. Yeah, definitely.
Well played. There's a Root doing so much work here against the Snorlax and the Giratina. Well, we did see the Primarina, but Kelsey might know how much Cabana loves the Heatran, so maybe that makes sense.
Technically also see Waterfall Primarina.
Which
That would
makes
help
the Root
out.
so strong, though.
That is true. That is true. However, we could bring a Scavalier to cover for that. Waterfall would make Heatran much better. Hexorus you still just win because it doesn't do any damage to you. I'm pretty sure at least. You get all the shields. While you do take a while, you do get the shields at some point. It won't really be able to do too much damage to you since its best bet is single resistant Night Slash. I don't expect it to run Earthquake despite being very interesting. Yeah, Melodic, if it's Dragon Tail, will also be positive for Primarina, even with the Waterfall over the Charm. And Zacian, being spammier isn't bad necessarily, and we didn't see the Wild Charge, so it's probably a pretty good matchup.
But did Kelsey know that before? Because they won't be able to TM in between this round.
That is true. That is.
Did they predict that Cabana would not bring the Wild Charge here?
Let's see.
Then Waterfall makes a lot of sense.
And bring Waterfall Primarina. I'd be stoked to see that. I'm gonna be honest. We
Same
definitely
lead, same
do see
play.
We do see Melodic.
Do we see another shielded crunch though?
Yeah, will they be able to get the successful bait? Doesn't technically shouldn't have enough energy for overheat.
Maths are in my brain. It was really close.
Yeah, should be 1 Dragon Breath away because you do need 19.
Exactly. They were at
Snarl.
They were at 54 energy here, but we saw the shield still. And we see the close combat now. This would KO if the Reshiram doesn't shield. Let's see.
Cabana, why are you giving away shields? What is your reasoning? We don't see the Primarina.
I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky, Ilya. Let's be honest. A lot of people would shield this. Very potential overheat. Might be a desync in the beginning, and that could be an overheat. So I would probably shield it as well.
Though, I think this isn't Sylph, so
we have the Shadow Snorlax now. These body slams add up against Melodic, even though that thing is tanky.
Yeah, Shadow Body Slams always hurt. Shadow Snorlax, absolutely one of my favorite PvP Pokemon. Unfortunately, don't have a good one for Master League though.
Same for me.
Yeah,
but we saw the
by if your name isn't Leandro.
We saw the Reshiram leave with a lot of energy, so this might be a very dangerous game for Cabana here. Because even Heatran doesn't want to eat this overheat.
Right. Yeah. I do believe it would have. Okay, we do see the same team by Kelsey.
Now it gets interesting, because with a shield up, this matchup is more favorable for the Giratina. We see a swap out.
The problem is that the Zacian is running the play rough, so while I don't believe we are quite in range yet, we will be put into Snarl down range after.
Exactly. And the thing is, the Reshiram can farm down, but if the Giratina is gone, Reshiram can't really throw an overheat. because it would debuff itself twice.
Oh, does
So
let
it might be
it does
tricky.
use the last shield.
Makes a lot of sense. Will we see a Dragon Claw bait? We
No.
don't. Shadow Sneak connecting. Does well
Farm
not
down?
kill. There
Yep.
we go. And now it becomes very, very difficult for Cabana because these Shadow Sneak spam will come up, and the Reshiram has at least a crunch, maybe even the overheat. This is tricky.
Yeah, the Reshiram does have a bit of energy, but also Cabana will need to Stone Edge the Giratina once again in order to get rid of it. And yeah, it will definitely be put in Dragon Breath range by this.
Yes.
Yeah, it
And
does
there we go
have
for
a
the
move
snipe. Still shield
Can't-
up, but Hedron can't farm down.
definitely not farm down. Yeah, double resisted fire spins will not do anything. No chance. Yeah, the Dragon Breath's much more oppressive, obviously,
GG.
especially because they are only single resisted and have a higher DPE.
And out of a sudden, we have a 1-1.
Despite
Same team on
both
Kelsey's
players
side.
essentially having brought the same teams, with Cabana only adjusting one Pokemon to Melodic instead
Exactly.
of Zarude.
Which is interesting because I thought Zarude has a lot of play.
Yeah,
But
Zarude
maybe-
definitely was very good there, especially if we do see the Waterfall Primarina that we so desire.
I had it in my notes before as well, yes, but I thought Charm would still be a bit better. But
Charm-
we see Cabana loves this Hedron a lot, so
Yeah,
maybe.
let's see. Do we see the Waterfall Primarina or Primarina at all, at least? I'm always interested in seeing the new Pokemon being used, especially when they have so much potential. Yeah, we do
And
see
there it is.
Primarina! Charm,
What fast move
please?
will it have here? It is
is
Charm. Ooh.
I really wanted it to be Waterfall until I saw this matchup. That was the moment I stopped hoping it was going to be Waterfall.
Yes. Will we see a... Yes, we see a throw
God.
not that hard on alignment, but this Charm going through. Will this Zarude be able to hit another one? I doubt it. We see the immediatization.
Yeah, unsurprising shield.
Yes, for sure.
We do see a charge move. We'll also get the shield because it might be a Moonblast, which will absolutely obliterate Zacian's health. It is. Will we get the debuff?
We
Don't
don't.
see the debuff.
I'm kind of happy for that, to be honest.
Yeah, the debuffs are disgusting. We don't like those.
And will the player F be shielded? It
Oh.
doesn't.
That is
Let's
kind of rough
Primarina
with the
down.
Melodic in the back. Oh! Kelsey didn't bring Giratina, I think.
Maybe just a Snorlax again?
Or expecting the Heatran to be in the back and trying to get rid of your Reshiram prior to that. I am not quite sure.
Actually, Reshiram Heatran matchup's not that horrible for the Reshiram. So
That is true, however, Giratina is much better, I'd say. Because you don't get hit for super effective, and your fast moves aren't resisted either.
and we see the shield and the Melodic coming in, kind of as a damage sponge. This overheat won't be an overheat because it's resisted.
Draco?
So, oh,
No.
just a crunch. Do we see a bit debuff? We don't. And
It
we
is
have
Giratina.
Giratina. Interesting.
So yeah, probably trying to call the Heatran in the back.
Do you see
to
this move incoming?
The slightly better fast move.
Do you see this charge move incoming soon?
Is it a
We see a
blizzard?
shield. It is a blizzard, Ilya.
Yeah. Almost. It's almost unexpected. There is
this
merit
will-
for Hyper Beam, I'd say.
This will not kill, but oh, it
Yeah,
hurts.
no
It
stab.
hurts so much.
Rash beats Heatran in all shields. Is it bait dependent, Chris?
Pretty sure it is.
So
Right?
am
You
I.
have
I
to
mean,
land this overheat.
Actually, Fire Spin does 0 damage. So Stone
That's
Edge,
true.
you do
You need
to
to Stone Edge.
Edge it.
Yes.
That is a fairly good point. Yeah, this match is over.
Now it's
If the Reshiram doesn't reach a move. Oh! Reshiram might just come back from this if the
but
Zarude
Zarude.
doesn't
Zarude
get
has
the
a
move.
lot of energy. Zarude has a lot of
It
energy.
has a good amount. Yeah,
It
never
will
mind.
reach that.
It's
And
too
the BM
thick.
power.
Oh, we just see the BM! I think you can straight crunch. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, it's probably because Heatran needs 2 charge moves to KO you, and Dragon Breath is very, very oppressive. So that does make sense.
Well,
So
very
that's the
impressive game here.
WBM.
Very
Yeah,
impressive
good.
game. Seeing the win con with the Zarude BMing Power Whip.
Yeah, Cabana redeeming himself in the worst way possible. It's like Anakin Skywalker's upbringing, going up and doing the worst possible to actually get to power. But let's see, can Cabana redeem himself in the entire matchup by going 3-1 and following into Flume's footsteps of going 4-4 this round?
Or will Kelsey take this BM and fight back hard? Let's see. Heatran
Yeah,
lead into
revenge.
Reshiram. There we have the
We just
matchup
heard
we
it from
talked so
Chris.
much about.
Yeah, we just heard it from Chris. This is a good matchup for Reshiram, so
Instant swap
Cabana
into
knows that as
Melodic.
well.
SCAF, we see it. Still a squishy thing. A very squishy thing. So 2 serves
True.
might be enough.
2 serves will definitely be enough. Yeah, especially with the Dragon Tails. However, Mega Horde does definitely also chunk a
Will it
good
kill a Melodic at this range?
I do
Melodic is
not think
thick.
so. Yeah, Melodic is very thick. I'm pretty sure it won't KO. However, it will make it farm downable, and he will get the shield back from the Heatran with the Drill Run.
Exactly. But this
'Cause there's
farm
no
on
way
Heatran
it's gonna
is
no-shield.
appreciated. This farm on Heatran is very appreciated. Because
Might wait a bit? Never mind. Will not. However, this is only like 2 fire spins, or maybe 3.
maybe 3, but the
Oh,
Stone Edge
Ghost of
is...
Civilization, good
Ooh.
call. Has to throw a charge move, however, doesn't need to shield this.
Could even... Doesn't even have to shield the next. Could shield and get out with 100 energy.
Oh, catches on Reshiram.
But it's a play rough catch.
I'm a bit curious. Does he have the Drill Run ready, or does he just want a Pokemon he can sack off later?
Maybe both, to be honest.
Or
Very,
not
very flexible.
easily?
Chris, I don't know if this is good. We have to wait what
I don't think this
this
is good.
match
Yeah,
will
me
turn out.
neither. Me neither.
And we still don't know the third Pokemon, right? It might
we haven't
most
seen
likely be a
Kelsey's
Giratina.
third Mon. It is most likely the Giratina. I'd be surprised to see anything else. I'm gonna be honest here.
And for me, and we have the Reshiram, the Zacian D left, but
yeah, it is the
instant
Giratina.
swap, and here's the Giratina.
So yeah,
If-
does she have the Drill Run ready, or is she just looking for a sack swap opportunity here?
I think the Drill Run is ready. But it's tricky. It's really tricky to bring it out here. Because if you are not very, very, very safe, you might just get higher spin down in your swap.
Yeah, need to swap at the very exact perfect timing. Getting the damage in the last turn of the move, then swapping to not transfer the damage, get one
On the other
counter
hand,
in case it's
Giratina
needed
is pretty fine here, so
Yep.
why would you swap?
to catch the Stone Edge, for example, and farm down the Heatran later. Unable to do so though, so we will see we won't see the shield come up. Okay,
Yes,
never
we have to
mind
live
then.
this, and ooh, we have a lot of farm here. A lot of farm.
This is a potential snarl down though, I think. Oh, massive bait! I think Kelsey will be able to come back. Does have the Drill Run ready as you predicted. Yeah,
And
the
still
one
a
fire
shield.
spin will not be able to give the Heatran enough energy.
Still a shield. This is... Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
never mind. A
the
shield
counter.
and a counter and a dream. 2-2
was,
in the end.
That was
Impressive play.
impressive Escavalier gameplay. So yeah,
Wow.
massive props to Kelsey, breaking through there with the Escavalier. 2-2
Even
in
bringing
that
it,
matchup.
even bringing it, although we saw the Heatran 2 times before, it's not that a horrible matchup. Very, very well played, Kelsey. And we have the pleasure to see her again against Chris, who stream snipes in
then-
chat here.
And then one more time later against Cabana, if I saw that correctly? No, against HPK. HPK. Yeah, so
Yes, again.
Kelsey versus Chris. My notes say Tina with S-Claw, obvious reasons. Reshiram with Dragon Breath. Might be arguable because Genesect, but usually Dragon Breath should be fine.
Hello, Lurgan. Welcome.
Lurgan, hello there.
Hello, Liverpool winner. Applause.
Also, former faction mate of mine. Primarina with Waterfall, because there's no real reason for Charm, especially with Rhyperior and Genesect, either resisting or taking super effective damage from it.
I mean, we
Charm
have the
is-
Gudra. We have the Gudra. But
Yeah, but Gudra, even the Power Whip will not KO or the Sludge Wave.
yes,
Since
but
they don't have Stab.
with the Waterfall, you might lose that.
That is true. It's not a great matchup, so to speak. However,
and on the other hand, there's not much beside Genesect resisting the charms, and charm is such an impressive
oh
move.
yeah, there's
so...
nothing resisting it except for Genesect.
yes.
But I do expect Genesect to be a bit more common than Gudra, maybe, because Genesect has this very, very flexible moveset, and with Magnet Bomb and either Shock or Douse Drive, I expect it to be the most effective. Probably Douse Drive for the Reshiram. If we don't see Fire Fang, it will gonna be quite decent against it, due to the resistance of Dragon Breath and Overheat taking so long to get to.
Though we still have this Giratina A, which causes trouble for this Genesect, so
yeah, I
this
believe,
might be a win the
I
lead,
believe
win the
Lugia
game.
is gonna be the absolute MVP for Chris here.
Yes.
Lugia is just absolutely insane in this matchup.
The Aeroblast, disgusting.
Yeah, it's not even fair how much damage it does against anything in the entire game. Like, even the Yalka has to shield those, and it resists them.
Yes.
But yeah, for Gudra, I wrote down Power Whip Meteor. Yeah, obvious reasons. You do want the nuke with Stab, and then Power Whip is the cheaper version, the cheaper variant that you will have to use against Primarina. And I expect to be Shadow Claw, Wild Charge, and Dragon Claw, because Wild Charge gives you Primarina and Suicune, and Dragon Claw obviously gives you the dragons. Might be Dragon Tail as well. I've seen those a couple of times on Chris' team as well. I do prefer Shadow Claw though, due to the energy generation and still hitting Giratina for super effective, as well as not being resisted by the Primarina. We will see though.
The nice thing with this Swiss Army knife is you never know what it has until you face it. But do you think we will see this Suicune? It has so much coverage.
Suicune looks okay here. It's not as horrible as sometimes, which is kind of a compliment for it.
Yes.
Yeah, Ice Beam is kind of good, and then probably Hydro Pump to absolutely annihilate Rhyperior, and also do a good amount of damage to Genesect. If it doesn't have the Shock Drive, it will only hit you for resistant damage, because I'm gonna be honest, we won't see X-Scissor today. There is no reason to run X-Scissor here.
Absolutely not.
So yeah, as long as it doesn't run the Shock Drive, you will be able to beat that fairly well. And then you also have the Ice Beam for Gudra and Lugia, obviously.
Hardy Marty, thank you so much to the sub. No, for the sub. To the channel.
To the sub.
I'm tired. You know, I had a nap. But still, let's go into this battle and see what we can expect from Crispy here against Kelsey.
Kelsey going with the Shadow Snorlax against Gudra. And we do see the Suicune in the back, as well as best buddy Giratina.
I am hyped. This is a fairly neutral matchup, even though these Dragon Barriers hurt the Snorlax pretty hard. And we miss Bubbles. Oh no! Kelsey. Would it matter in the end? Would it matter in the end?
I'm confident this is double nuke Gudra, so this is quite likely a Power Whip. Yeah, with how much energy we've generated up to now, it ought to be. However,
And it
this does open
hurts.
the opportunity to a Dragon Breath down. Oh, and we catch the Body Slam onto Rhyperior. What a nasty catch. Very well executed.
Wow. And yes, this does nothing. We see the Rhyperior here with the Smackdown as expected in chat. And the Suicune swap. And an immediate Hydro Pump. Will this be shielded? It's double super effective. This, even though Suicune has like -2 attack, this might kill. And we see the
Oh,
shield.
it definitely
Unfortunate.
would if it gets no shielded. The double effectiveness with
Yes.
stab will absolutely get rid of the Rhyperior. No way it tanks that. However, Suicune does have to respect the Rock Wrecker as well.
Oh, for sure. This is such an impressive move as well. So we see impressive moves the whole time, and we see some lag. Ah.
Losing a fast move. Hydro Pump.
And another shield.
When you see the second shield come up.
Oh,
Chris very adamant on farming it down. Not quite able to do so though.
Ooh.
Does go for the Ice Beam. Unable to hit it before getting a charged move to the face by this Rhyperior. We do see the
That's such a
Rock
serve,
Wrecker
and we
combo.
get a shield. Well, this Ice Beam KO, it's only single
That I don't think
effective.
it will. I'm confident the Hydro Pump would have at full HP, but I don't think this will. Yeah.
Yes, for sure. And now we have a shield down Lugia. This is so tricky here.
We have already seen 2 swaps on each side, and still everyone has all 3 Pokemon. This game is just full of bulky Pokemon taking long for their matchups, as well as Rhyperior and Suicune using both their shields.
Here comes the Aeroblast.
Oh my god!
This is disgusting.
Oh, this is so nasty.
And we see a Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak, fairly weak move against the super effective Lugia here. This is nothing.
This game is over.
Pretty much.
The Lugia will just sweep at this point. It will Dragon Tail down the Giratina, Dragon Tail down whatever comes in, and then Sky Attack the last one. Yeah,
This
like
game
I said,
would have
Lugia
been
just
a lot
nasty.
closer. But this Body Slam catch was so beautiful.
Yeah, that was really great.
Chris, even though you're stream sniping here, I'm impressed. And we see, oh my god, we see another catch.
So that might actually open up possibilities. Maybe lick down? No,
I doubt it.
We don't have we don't have enough HP.
Ah.
Also, the Goodra is still way too healthy.
Yes.
Don't mind me.
Yes. But
I am speaking nonsense.
Beautiful game. Beautiful game. A lot of catch on both sides. A lot of bulkiness. This is why we love Master League. And Julia, how would you adapt a healthy side here?
Yeah, it's quite a rough matchup for Kelsey. However, I would definitely bring the Primarina. Yeah, Giratina, obviously already the best pick. Not really much to adjust there. Suicune, I agree, it's really good. I'm just not so sure about the Snorlax being used here. It does look good on paper with the Mew and the Lugia, but it's honestly not that good against Lugia because of how bulky it is and how great Sky Attack is. And we haven't seen the Mew yet, so there's no real incentive to bring that Snorlax, especially with Rhyperior resisting the Body Slams, and you needing to hit the superpower.
We expect the Mew.
I do expect the Mew in this game as well. I also hope it.
You expect the Primarina though.
Yeah,
we didn't see that as well.
I would.
And it would be good against this team here.
Especially with that double Dragon Tail resistance and double Dragon Breath resistance against the Goodra.
Yes. You still don't want to eat that Aeroblast, I can promise you. I had that matchup in level 50 Masters a lot. But Primarina looks so good. We might see a whole team shake-up here. Maybe even Genesect now.
Genesect would be very interesting because I'm interested in the drive especially.
And we have a Goodra into Suicune.
Same team on Kelsey's side.
A little desync. And both have super effective charge moves here. Let's see.
Yeah, Yeah, we do see the power whip come through here. Or Draco?
It will hurt, but not
Yeah,
kill.
power.
Nah, Draco was not in time yet.
It actually was because of the one turn desync. Because you need 7? No, never mind. You
No,
need
you
6
need
to get
10
Hydro.
seconds. 10 seconds, Ilya.
Yeah, my math is bad. I'm sorry.
Easy. But we
11
will see
seconds,
another
actually.
Ice Beam here. So Gudra has to shield, but then it's quite healthy. Or it goes down and opens up farm for a potential Louis in the back. We will see. Instant swap to Giratina. Interesting play. Would you reach this Dragon Claw?
If
CP.
this is a Draco needs to shield this, yeah. Kelsey good counting, this probably is a Draco. Yeah, it absolutely is. Good shield.
And we will oh yes,
Fortunate
CMP.
CMP. Very, very good CMP here. Getting rid of the Gudra early or the second shield. Nobody wants to be in a shield disadvantage against. Oh, it actually lives, so
And we
there
see
is
a
that
swap.
chance of a catch later.
We see a swap, Ilya, though this is a kind of neutral matchup, and this Rock Wrecker will hurt so much even though Giratina is so tanky. And there might be this Lugia in the back. Against the Snorlax.
Oh.
This looks rough. This looks rough.
One turn desync, making this CMP. If I saw that correctly. Has to shield. Yeah. Has to respect the Rock Wrecker. One of the best charge moves in the game. Because Niantic for some reason thought that giving exclusive moves the best stats out of everything was a very good idea.
They said YOLO and went ahead with this Rock Wrecker. Though Rhyperior is still not that great in Master League, but we see it doing work here. Shield advantage on Chris's side. Will it reach another Rock Wrecker?
Oh, potential catch, not quite. If they go in Snorlax, they might KO with a sneak in.
I doubt it. Maybe.
This looks like one lick range. Doesn't go for it though. Doesn't even try.
And the Rock Wrecker will hit, and we have a 1 shield advantage in the back with 3 Pokemon still. And there's a Lugia. This Snorlax will not appreciate Aeroblasts, and this is a very healthy 2-0 for Chris, I'd say.
Yeah, we won't find out today whether it was in one lick range. The Lugia will definitely get rid of the Snorlax before it will get to see the Rhyperior again.
We can fight over this lick thing or when the stream is over, but
The German way.
yes.
There's only 2 opinions, mine and the wrong one.
Absolutely is what I learned from other shoutcasters here. Very well played, Chris. Taking that shield advantage with the Rhyperior. Kelsey in a very, very tough position, and I'm curious to see if we will see this Primarina now, because it still looks so good.
Yeah,
It looks so
absolutely,
good.
especially with the Rhyperior being utilized so effectively and offensively.
Actually, if we have the Charm Primarina, it might be not that great against Rhyperior, but
then it's better against Gudra.
and the Lugia. So let's see.
Arguably better against Lugia.
Charm is better than
generating-
Waterfall. Charm is better than Waterfall.
I-
Let's see. Oh my god, no.
Escavalier with double dragon? That is interesting.
Yes, we had the Escavalier into Lugia. I don't know if you saw my Ultra Factions matchup. My opponent tried to farm down my Lugia in Ultra League with the Escav, and that was already an impossible task. How would it be in Master? Not great. Let's see.
Sounds like a Sisyphus Arbeit.
Yes, exactly. Thank you so much, Ilya, for that word here. We saw Lugia farming a bit, and now we have a Rhyperior against a Giratina, and Rhyperior can take these Dragon Claws pretty well. And we have
Rhyperior fairly thick as well, not only on the screen but also in its stats. Easily able to still tank another
we
Dragon Claw.
see this Rock Wrecker here connecting, but we will get to another Dragon Claw, most likely. So
Yeah, we'll still be able to
interesting.
live it though.
Oh,
we do save it. That is a very good idea. Getting that extra farm on a Scavalier, sniping down the Rhyperior essentially, and getting
But-
that shield advantage.
The Lugia already has a move,
Shield advantage.
And
Energy advantage.
this
Oh.
Megahorn
Trying to
will
go for the
hurt.
Aeroblast. Megahorn will probably do around 40%, maybe 50.
Maybe a bit less.
It
And we
is
see a shield.
only
Interesting.
neutral, so yeah. But yeah, respects the Megahorn. Goes for a big farm here until it reaches the next one, though.
I'm not sure if a Sky Attack would kill at that range.
Oh,
But
it
we see a
definitely
shield,
won't.
we will not find out.
Lugia is equally thick as it is low tagged, so Sky Attack will definitely not KO here.
Actually, a lot of tanks in this matchup in general.
Yeah, Giratina, Snorlax, Rhyperior.
Another shield.
Lugia respecting the Megahorn. Respecting it like there's no tomorrow.
And here comes a Sky
Yeah.
Attack. Oh, no.
That was weird.
It was a good try. I think we had a small desync in the beginning.
There was an attempt.
Now we have a Reshiram.
We
might need to shield.
Draco on Reshiram instead of Overheat, making the Genesect even better. However, Chris obviously doesn't know that. Chris doesn't see the moveset.
Here's the good
Oh
one.
my god.
The thing is, you debuff yourself.
Oh, they do reveal the Draco.
Which time is not up though, so this is very, very tricky. And
yeah, shouldn't have swapped into that Giratina earlier in that weird way.
I think we saw desync on that point. Otherwise, this Giratina should have reached at least the Dragon Claw, no?
No, they over tapped. They would have only thrown the Shadow Claw.
Tricky.
Chris explains himself. Megahorn does more damage than Shadow Sneak or Body Slam.
That's actually true.
It would be lax in the bag. Yeah, that is. Respecting Megahorn is respectable.
For sure, we don't blame you here, Chris. No worries.
Good job. I will DB down if she goes for. Yeah, but the game was over anyway with the Lugia being in the bag. Like, I don't think there was a win con there.
So Ilya, we see the Lugia so impressive here. If anyone in chat doesn't have a Lugia, you failed.
Yeah,
rated when it comes
is
back in
definitely
raids.
A must build. I'm working on my Apex Lugia to get it for XL Master League right now because it's not in raids anymore. Yay!
Did you get a hundo?
I got a 98 purified. It's my best purified legendary though, so I kind of didn't have a choice. I had to purify it.
Mine will be 13, 14, 13 when I purified it. I'm so hyped.
How very nice. Do you want to purify it another time?
Yes.
Let's check out game 4 and see if we do see.
If we see this Primarina finally, Kelsey, come on.
Yeah, Rhyperior also very, very strong in this matchup. We do see the Mew. We do see a revelation of the Mew set. No Primarina though. Oh, no Mew set revelation yet. Rhyperior not finding the best moveset though. The best matchup, not moveset.
I mean, this Mew is in trouble, like, no matter what it runs. Because we have a Giratina and a Reshiram in the back. Both super effective moves.
Focus Blast? Yeah, Stefan, I purified it because I have good Shadow Lugias other than the Apex one.
Well, lucky you, I don't have anything good in that division. I'm so happy. I have rockets. Ooh. Let's focus on this match, Ilya, and not your goddamn Shadow Lugias. We see the Giratina Rhyperior we saw already a lot before. We know this Giratina has to respect the Rock Wreckers.
Oh yeah, absolutely. They will do roughly 50 to 60%. Yeah, like I said, one of the most OP moves in the game stat-wise. It has stab. Rhyperior has a respectable attack stat.
And we will see a farm. Don't see a farm though. Never mind, I talked too fast.
Yeah, I was afraid of another Surf and respects that. So throws the Dragon Claw instead.
And in comes the Mew, and we see the Shadow Claw. But also a Shadow Sneak. I'm not familiar with Mew in Master League that much. I don't know how much this will do. I
Roughly
don't think it's
30%.
shoot worthy. So yeah, easy
Yeah,
tank.
roughly 30%.
And here we have the
Absolutely.
Snorlax back.
Wild charge. Wild charge. Yes,
We
we
see
do
the wild
wild
charge. This has a fair amount, but here comes the Lugia again, and oof, this looks like a confident farm down. Maybe even tanks another body slam, but hey, we are Lugia, we can do that.
Chris, do you want to reveal what your third move is, since I don't expect to see it this game anymore? Or maybe we actually might with Lugia might go down to the Reshiram. Don't spoil us yet.
Lugia took that second Shadow Ball still quite well, but
No big
has a lot of
deal.
energy.
Thank you, Chris. That is very nice of you.
Oh, we will see it. We're so thankful. Will we see a shield? We do. Will we see a bait? We do. This hurts Kelsey's side so much. But we see another Sky attack coming through.
Maybe farm down with Reshiram now? Is that the play? Can we do that? Do we need to? Oh, we do see the Mew coming.
We have the Mew. We have the Mew.
Oh. What is it gonna be? Is it gonna be Dragon Claw, Ice Beam, Focus Blast? It is
It's a Dragon Claw.
I predicted
Ooh.
all 3 moves correctly. Yeah.
You're such a god, Ilya, but we will see close to farm down here.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, has to throw the move. This is definitely one Dragon Breath range, though.
Exactly, for sure. Lugia doesn't have a move in the back, but it might just be able to Dragon Tail down here because yes, it's
Lugia is
Lugia.
still way too healthy, unfortunately, so no way to win that. But yeah, won all 3. I correctly guessed all 3 moves. Let's go.
Well played, Ilya. Even better played, Crispy. Very dominant performance with this Lugia here.
If only there was a move that hits both dragons for super effective. Exactly that, Oscar. It was, yeah, very hard to call.
Wow.
Stefan, who needs chat to call it? I called it.
We will have Stefan against the Dutch Goku next, but we will see Kelsey in the round after that again to see if she can fight back. This
redemption
really hurting own 4, but no blame on that side. This Lugia looks so good. Oh yeah, my god.
Stefan versus Goku. This is a very interesting matchup, I'm gonna be honest. Because there's a lot of moveset possibilities, especially with Giratina Origin potentially running Dragon Tail, since it's better against both Palkia and Meloetta. Much worse against Gardevoir, though.
Exactly. And we might see that Gardevoir. It doesn't look too horrible.
Absolutely. Goku does love his Shadow Gardevoir, and it looks amazing here as long as it dodges the Excadrill. Gary might be running Waterfall. It makes Palkia way worse, but it does help with the others.
I'm not sure about that Waterfall, because especially that Palkia.
It makes Gardevoir so much better, though.
That is true.
And
but that Palkia looks also pretty good.
But Stefan has the Florges, which also looks very good.
But the thing is that Florges is not a grass type, even though it looks like that. So
that's true, but it does resist Dragon Tails.
That for sure. But the Aqua Tails add up.
Yeah, they do, Chuck. It is true. I've run Palkia with my fair share, and Aqua Tails do chunk. You have to respect them at some point. Yeah,
I
wrote
could
down
totally see a farm
down. Absolutely insane here. Dragon Tail, Aqua Tail, one of the best combinations.
Yes.
Same
we
for
could even see a Fire Blast. We could even see a Fire Blast.
Yeah, that is true. There is no real reason to run the Draco with how oppressive Dragon Tail is. I don't really see a reason for Fire Blast, though.
I mean, you could to farm something down and Draco Meteor.
Fire Blast sounds very spicy here.
It does, but the Florges, hello.
Yeah, but like Hydro Pump.
Yes, I know. Leave me alone. I love my Fire Blasts. I want to see them. I won't see them, but hey.
Just cause. Yeah, I also wrote down Meloetta looks absolutely insane. It only really loses to Excadrill. Has a very safe matchup. Outside of that, Crunch from Gary is kind of respectable, but you do have that Thunderbolt to just one-hit KO it. Giratina, you do resist the Shadow, the Ghost type moves due to your very, very nice normal type. Lando also looks pretty safe. Only is really afraid of the Gary, and then the Swampert isn't great either. But I believe you can tank one Hydro Cannon.
You should.
Yeah,
You should be able to.
other than
And then
that,
the Swampert can farm you. So I really
yeah.
like that Landorus here.
Yeah, I don't expect Swampert to really see play. It doesn't really look too good. Because even the Zapdos, which should be one of the better matchups being an electric type into a ground type, has the very annoying and spammy drill packs to put so much pressure on the Swampert. And the rest of the team as well, as long as it dodges Extra Drill. So we could see Zapdos. Zapdos only looks really bad against Exca Drill, and Giratina is also not great.
Yes.
Hydro Pump only does 96%. Damn, only 96%. How very bad a move it is.
Horrible move. You should never
Yeah,
use
can't
Hydro
run that. That sounds unplayable to me. But yeah, let's see what the two will go into, and find out who gets the first match.
You see the Excadrill in
Meloetta.
Meloetta. That's horrible for the
Do
Meloetta.
we see Quick Attack or Confusion though? I expect Confusion. Yeah.
Yes.
Quick Attack does have the merit of slightly faster energy generation, which is very nice, especially for the Gyarados matchup. However, Confusion is much more helpful for Giratina, obviously.
And we see the Drill Run coming. Does not even do half, but this Meloetta has nothing against
Quite a lot of
Excadrill.
damage, and yeah, you resist all the moves. All the moves. Oh, also, what I forgot to say, if the Giratina isn't running Dragon Tail, it will be running Dragon Pulse. Because it definitely needs a coverage move for the Meloetta. Whether it may be a charge or a fast move.
Yes. But we see the Meloetta
It is
going down
Dragon
here
Tail.
already. Interesting. Makes this God War so good. And here it comes. Oh,
Will get to the Shadow Ball though, due to just how bulky Giratina is. Does elect to bait though for some reason.
problem is, this God War will get the shield back. 100%.
Oh, it does shield. Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, Excadrill isn't really too healthy anymore due to tanking that Psyshock. Has to throw it at
Gets a
this
move.
moment. Yeah, has to throw it at subpar charge move timing in order to outpace the Gardevoir. Definitely gets the shield. But yeah, Florges needs to Disarming Voice this to get rid of it, and then hope that there's a Palkia in the bag that it can just Moonblast.
These charms are adding up.
Oh, absolutely.
Will we see a debuff? This would
Debuff?
be dirty.
No,
We don't.
no debuff.
That's...
Oh, we
Not
do see
that
Palkia in the back. We might get a comeback from Stefan. It is Dragon Breath over Dragon Tail as well, in order to get that more optimized move timing. Moonblast.
Oh, this hurts so much.
This is gonna be a farm down.
Wow.
Oh, doesn't even get to the move. Yeah, Florges in the back, absolutely putting in the work. Flipping that match with that massive shield advantage that he was able to get from the Shadow Gardevoir. Very, very nice.
Fake Flower hitting hard here. And yes, that Gardevoir going down 2 shields was the key moment, I guess.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect too much from Florges, but that put me on Team Florges. I definitely need to build one myself as well.
Question is, will we see a Scizor in it now? Because that's probably the only real answer we have.
I do believe we will see Scizor, especially because we did see the Dragon Tail on Giratina, making it slightly better there due to the spammy Night Slashes.
We'll have that horrible Excadrill though.
Yeah, that is true. Dutch Goku really has to respect the Exca. Might bring Scizor with Lando and Palkia, in my opinion. But let's see. Let's see.
Let's find out.
Do we see Scizor? Second match.
Meloetta into Excadrill again.
guys,
Unfortunate for Dutch Goku.
Scizor is terrible against everything not flower. Is it terrible against Giratina though? Seems pretty okay-ish to me. Oh. Holy, my internet
Will
just
we
had
see
Nintendo
a kind of rematch of Game 1 here?
Same elites, same backline.
I just have to say hello to the love of my life. Give me a second.
Hello, Xena.
Okay, we see a Palkia swap here. We don't see a
do see
rematch of Game
Palkia.
1. But we have the Florges again. And let's see how much the Aquatail does in Master League Classic. Not too much. Florges in a really good position here. Will it go straight Moonblast? It does. Will this get shielded, Ilya?
Yo, my internet is back. It will, yeah.
Hi. To your
Goku
internet.
able to... Yeah, my internet is horrible right now, apparently. Yeah, Goku able to shield, able to count and therefore shields the Moonblast. This will definitely put it in farm down range if he decides to shield again.
Wow, a CMP.
Oh, very, very, very respectable counting.
It was very well played. Forcing the CMP here, forcing the shield. Not going down 2 versus O shields again. Learning from Game 1 here. And this
Doesn't
might
go
not
down
look
any
horrible now.
Yeah, getting
Depending
that
on what we have in the
slider
back.
left from Meloetta. If it is the Gardevoir, then this will definitely be rough for Stefan. Although, Goku would have to no-shield a Drill Run on the Gardevoir. Yeah, okay.
We have the shield here.
Questionable shield on the Meloetta, I'd say.
Yeah, I would agree, because this Shadow Ball will... Oh my god.
Oh, actually, Confusion down, but the Excadrill will just reach another charge move.
Will it?
So yeah. The Excadrill? Yeah, it's one Machado away.
One matchup?
Yeah,
I should have paid more attention. Yes, it is. Okay. Yeah. GG on that. Yes, that was tricky. I mean, how much would a Drill Run do to this Gardevoir? Did the shield cost the game for Dutch Goku here?
I mean, it definitely does less than a Shadow Ball.
That for sure.
Just that I'm just not sure whether he could Dragon Tail it down still.
Tricky decision. Stefan going 2-0 here. Playing around that Gardevoir, I like that. I mean,
also
two times
putting in the work.
Yes, that for sure. Stefan also won the lead 2 times against the Meloetta. Let's see if that changes. Will Stefan lose the lead here? That's a big question.
I'm afraid so. It was still probably the only hope to no shield there.
We have Meloetta lead into Giratina. But we know it's Dragon Claw, so this is not Dragon Tail, so it's not super horrible.
It's not great either, though, since you don't really have the shield pressure. While Meloetta can Psyshock you for some neutral damage. We do see a big sneak in here by Stefan.
Will Goku bring a drill counter for once? We saw the shield here, I guess.
What is
I
this
paid attention to chat.
People call a drill counter? I don't think those exist. Oh.
Catching a Psyshock on the Florges. Interesting to see what results in that.
Easily gonna be able to tank it. And staying in, getting some extra farm. Switching out into the Shadow Gardevoir, definitely able to farm down before it reaches 2 more moves. It will get the shield here, though.
Ilya, you're wrong. It doesn't. Goodbye, Gardevoir. It was nice to meet you.
No shielding the Moonblast? Damn.
Let's see what we have in the back here.
Simul. one turn desync. Okay,
Okay.
it evened out. It evened out.
Very
People.
tame. The fairy gets Dragon Breath down. An Excadrill really doesn't want to eat Aqua Tail, but it will survive it barely. How much energy does the Giratina have?
If I recall correctly, it does almost have a move ready.
I-
Excadrill will be able to double Drill Run here.
Yes, so we might see a shield now. We don't yet. Will we see it on the next one? Rock Slide
for some reason.
PM.
Just throw it for the sake of throwing it, because he knows they will definitely.
Revealing the moveset, we don't have Iron
Yeah, it
Hand
has
on
a
the
move ready,
Excadrill.
actually. Has more than one move ready as well, so yeah,
There we go.
Very well played by Stefan here.
Exactly. Snipe him with the Shadow Ball. Good
Clearly
job.
superior Dutch player at this point.
Well, 3-0 already.
This is
Will we
super
see another
overreacted. It is.
Meloetta Gardevoir core? Super weak against Excadrill.
Yeah.
Or
ABA
will we
against
see this
Extra.
Landorus?
Will we see the Lando for a change? It's really not that bad, especially in this matchup, I think. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see. Does Goku for a change bring the Lando? Let's find out. And we do see Excadrill against Meloetta. Old usual. Palkia safe swap? Palkia safe swap.
Palkia safe swap into Florges. We'll see
Baiting
a
it
Hydro
out for
Pump.
Lando, I suppose. Hopefully.
Is Lando really bad
No,
versus
it's not.
Florges? Not really.
It's definitely better than Palkia. Oh, bait. Will definitely not KO if it goes unshielded. I don't believe it will go unshielded though.
It does not. Sad for Dutch Goku.
Yeah, Goku respecting the Moonblast and getting punished by that.
Chris makes a good point here in chat. No, you can't. But we could see
Let's just call it a swap.
O2 shield again.
Definitely is a swap. Yeah, we do see the big no shield. Who is going to be able to farm down? Oh, the Palkia lives with just 1 HP. Best buddy boost incoming here. BBB for the win.
And here comes the Aquatel most likely. Gets no shielded.
Guys, it's clearly a safe swap. It only needed 1 shield to win switch advantage.
Against a fairy, it's very respectable here.
It absolutely is. It was close as heck, but close enough.
And here we have the Meloetta Giratina matchup. With the Dragon Tail, it's not as horrible, but we still have the Ghost Charge moves.
Please.
Doing not so much.
Please, God, tell me it's Lando in the pack and not Gardevoir.
There
Yes!
is the Lando!
Yes!
There is the Lando, Ilya.
It's
But
not
this-
in the best spot because it's in a shield disadvantage and an energy disadvantage. But it's definitely better than Gardevoir.
Yes! Respect to Dutch Goku for finding a potential win con in finally bringing Landorus here. And we see a shield going up for the Excadrill. Will this be a bait? It is one day. Double resisted Rock Slide. I would have shielded as well, of course.
So yeah, Chris, Stefan, what do you mean let's just call it a swap? That was definitely a safe swap.
And still no shield on the Landorus. Knowing this Excadrill can farm down.
Shield. Bait? It is another bait!
But the timer's up. The
Drill
timer's
run!
really close
Drill
to
run,
up.
Stefan!
Yeah.
Or
And we
that.
see the snipe.
Oh, the snipe!
Ouch.
Oh, that is so ugly. I do believe Goku still wins this though, because Shadow Ball doesn't KO. He can just farm
Will it
down.
be able to farm
Can't he
down? And yes.
Ominous
will.
Wind might KO. Yeah, Ominous Wind will KO.
Okay.
With the 2 Dragon Tails. Has to shield this.
And the Excadrill has a move.
Meloetta wins CMP against Excadrill.
No, there's no way. Excadrill is...
I would be shocked. Quite frankly. Yeah, we
Yes.
do see the rock slide.
Well played,
yes,
Stefan.
X control does win CMP.
That snipe was beautiful from Landorus, although I hate seeing Landorus being sniped because it's one of my favorites. Well,
If you check chat, Chris going, I'm calling it now. Origin is sniping that Lando. I thought it would be a charge move snipe, but it was a snipe. Yeah, slight quote unquote over tap was enough to KO it before it reached another charge move. So yeah,
if
4-0
the new
for
update was
Stefan.
up, this would be hard.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. The new
But
update
it
makes
wasn't.
the last that makes charge moves essentially not take a turn to register.
Well, Stefan taking the 4-0 here, very impressive. The second 4-0 in a row. Let's look at the next matchup. Heartbroken Kid against
Kelsey
Kelsey.
Redemption. Kelsey Redemption time. Yeah, this matchup is quite interesting. I do love the Giratina here. Like, I adore how good it is. Wall Rain is the only thing it truly has to be afraid of. Because Zekrom, you just outpace. Like, you only need 28 turns, they need 30. Easy peasy. Dragon Claw way too good. The problem is Zekrom does look insane for HBK here, because it doesn't really lose anything hardcore without getting a shield. The
Yes.
Groudon also looks very good. I definitely prefer Machop over Dragon Tail due to specifically Primarina. Also, being spammy is quite nice, with Fire Punch being resisted by 2/3 of the team. Fire Punch essentially one-hit KOing the Escavalier is also quite helpful, because you can just get there in 10/8 turns. Metagross isn't really playable here for HBK. I don't like Wall Raid either, but it is quite helpful for Giratina specifically. Empoleon is okay. Like, it's not bad against Primarina, it's not horrible against Reshiram. I assume, due to typing reasons.
Disagree a bit with you on the Metagross, to be honest. I don't think it looks super horrible, especially for that Primarina. Because that Primarina might be trouble. And if you can farm down the Primarina and meteor mash the stuff in the back,
I don't
Metagross
really
has
see
play.
Primarina being all that great though.
Depending on the Groudon move. If you run the Mudshot, it's favorite, that's for sure. But
I am sure it's Mudshot. Like,
I'm
I don't see
impressed.
any merit in Dragon Tail essentially.
I'm really impressed by Primarina by playing it myself. Even though I don't really like Charmers, but Primarina has a unique spot in this Master
It
League
just
because
has that style.
this water subtype makes this Charmer so much better.
Yeah, for you it's Primarina. I'd say my favorite Spice Charmer is Whimsy in Ultra League.
But we're talking about Master here, so we won't see a Whimsicott most likely.
Who knows? Who knows? Spicy Whimsicott incoming.
I also took a note. It's not a big one, but for that Ascav. We saw it again doing some
Ascav
work.
might see play here.
Yes,
I'm gonna be honest.
That drill run is so good. That drill run is so good against this team. Mostly fearing the Groudon.
It can hit everything except for Groudon and Como for super effective, because I don't think they are gonna be running Aerial Ace.
Yes, most
but
likely.
Counters hit the 2 water types for super effective. Drill Run hits the Zekrom for super effective. Mega Horde gives the and Metagross as well. And Mega Horde gives you absolutely insane neutral charge move for Groudon, especially.
One of the best charge moves in the game, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm curious to see if we will see that.
Already having been a Shadow Ball clone, and then it also got buffed again into a bigger Leaf Blade. But yeah, let's get into the battles, find out some movesets, and who will come out on top. Zekrom into Reshiram. We do see the Tau trio, except for Kyra, because people don't really like that, and both are best buddied. We do see Metagross and Groudon in the back, so if there is an Escav there, you really want to align that with the Metagross.
Fairly neutral matchup, and we see the CMP win on the Reshiram here. Going for Crunch, but it doesn't kill barely.
Yeah,
Will we see a shield?
neutral matchup with both having Dragon Breath, Best Buddy, Ribbon, and Crunch.
And the same stats.
Yeah, it's a mirror match. However, there cannot be a tie between two one-turn fast move users, meaning it was a 50-50 on who wins that. Groudon does run the Dragon Tail. I'm a bit surprised here.
Makes the Primarina
Look much better.
Exactly. But this Giratina matchup looks better for the Groudon, and we see the Giratina on the Groudon now. So, and the shield, very interesting. There might be this Ascav in the back trying to avoid this Groudon with the Fire Punch, and we see the Earthquake.
That would be a very good reason to come in Giratina against a Dragon Tail Groudon. Yeah, Primarina looking much better now. However, still has to be afraid of those two Steel types on HBK's team, which do have the fairly oppressive charge moves in Drill Peck and Meteor Mash each. Not that it wouldn't be DT Oscar, it's just that I think Mudshot looks better in my opinion, because Reshiram you can one-hit KO. Primarina is much better with Mudshot, and then Escavalier you can just much easier get rid of with the Fire Punches, because you get there so much faster. Goes for the Earthquake, wasting the energy, not expecting the Escavalier to be in the bag.
But we will see a shield, 100%, and now we have the Metagross.
I mean, obviously we see a shield.
A Drill Round will probably not kill at that range.
I do not believe so either. It doesn't have the stab. Escavalier is fairly squishy, but not too much. Against Thresh, you prefer DT? I don't know. I like the consistency. I don't really like the consistent fast move damage over the shield's gain potential. But that just might be a matter of what you prefer to run. Yeah, we do see Drill Run not KOing, and just Earthquake coming back. Double Earthquake into the Escavalier. Exactly. One getting the shield, the other KOing it.
Didn't help the Ascav in the end, sadly. Because Ascav probably needs two shields in every matchup here to have a real impact. And
except for probably Walrein.
Probably, but even an Earthquake hits hard there.
That's true. That's true.
But now that we know the Groudon is a Dragon Tail, the Ascav looks even a bit better than it already looked before. And yes, Primarina. Will we see a Primarina Ascav core in the next game? Both kind of squishy though. Both kind of squishy.
The problem with Primarina is, while it only is really afraid of Metagross and Napoleon, can't disrespect Zekrom. A Wild Church will obliterate you and send you to the hospital.
For sure. Can't even disrespect the Groudon, because yes, this will reach an Earthquake. Which will one-shot the Primarina as well, so might not look that great as I wish it would, but let's see for game 2 if we see it.
And we do see the Metagross into Suicune. Very positive for Kelsey, with the resisted Bullet Punches and Meteor Mash having to go for the Earthquake. Snarl being super effective, but without stab it doesn't really do too much.
How much does a Hydro Pump do?
Roughly 60 to 70%, I'd say. It is a very big move, and while both of them are fairly tanky... Oh, it's a Bubble Beam. Guess we won't find out, because I don't expect them to run double water moveset.
I don't expect that too, so yes, we will see a double debuffed Metagross very soon here.
We also do see we have Zekrom Groudon in the bag. What do you think? Will we see the Primarina come up here?
I would be so hyped, but we will probably need another 2 minutes to find out, because we have power-resisted Earthquakes, soon triple-resisted Earthquakes, being thrown into Suicune. Oh, we don't? Still double-resisted.
HP barely does 50% to Metagross? Yeah, I suppose Suicune doesn't have too much of an attack stat.
Okay, what do we see here?
Debuff not resisted.
Kelsey took a lot of time for that next debuff, and we see a snipe. Oh, How will
and
Kelsey adapt
clearing
here?
all the debuffs on the Metagross, which is also quite important for future matchups that it will find itself in. We're coming in with Giratina, so it might be Primarina against the Groudon later, Copium?
But then we still have a still kind of healthy Metagross,
That is true.
which is huge trouble. But we see a shield on the Zekram's side, which is kind of good news for Kelsey. Let's see if she lets this crunch through. She doesn't, spends the first shield. And yes, now it depends on what is in the bag.
Yeah, I sure hope it's Primarina. However, I do believe Reshiram might also put in some work, or actually, Escavalier would probably just get outbulked and fire punched to the face.
Here comes a third Dragon Claw,
This will just
showing
get
that
some energy
Giratina match
into
is
the
kind of
Groudon,
pretty
I'm
good.
afraid. Yeah, we do see Reshiram in the bag. Yeah, I'd say in the one shields, I'm actually not quite sure. Do you just fire
Great
punch?
Fire Punch here, double resisted. Will we see a shield on that?
I assume you just Dragon Tail down essentially and just like do very, very small damage with the fire punches. Yeah, we do see the catch as well. HBK absolutely got this.
Yes.
Not even close. This game is absolutely over.
I feel really sorry for Kelsey for seeing that catch here also.
A bit of a
Yes.
BM.
Not really BM, making
I'd say a bit of it.
making it safer because that Giratina was
true.
kind of close to a move.
The thing is, Metagross was healthy enough to bullet punch down in case they would get to Dragon Claw the Groudon. So yeah,
That's actually true.
it was a
But
bit of a BM.
yes, Heartbroken Kid showing some dominance here with his super impressive Groudon. Will we see a Primarina in Game 3, Ilya?
Please give me Primarina. I really just want to see it
I
in
never
action.
thought I would sit here shoutcasting a battle, hoping for a Charmer so much, but here we are, and we see a very good lead for Kelsey this time. But Zekrom safe swap and no swap out, so let's see.
Staying in for now, throwing some Dragon Claws. Yeah, I'd say Kelsey brought a better Metagross answer than a Scavalier, maybe?
Might be the case, but we see a shield on the Giratina's side and a defense drop. That's horrible for Kelsey, but we also see a shield on Heartbroken Kid's side. So,
yeah,
yes.
Kelsey's still easily able to reach one more Dragon Claw before it gets crunched again. Well, not quite easily with the debuff. The Dragon Breaths are very oppressive now. However, does retain switch advantage. Gets some energy into the Groudon though.
I expect the farm down as well here, yes. But that debuff might be bad for Heartbroken
Primarina!
The thing is, Groudon has some farm here, and what is this? What is happening?
Oh no!
We have the Suicune. We saw him that only basically carries Bubble Beam the whole time. God damn it.
Felix, how was your day?
I got injections to my shoulder. Not really funny. I streamed in the morning because I'm a very consistent streamer these last days. But yes, I had a fun stream.
You streamed at not EU friendly times.
Very EU friendly times. It was in the morning. Yes. Oh wait, we're still in this matchup. I'm so sad. We see another Bubble Beam coming.
How did you like EUIC?
It was a fun time. As much fun as watching Bubble Beam Suicune, probably Ice Beam in the back, facing this Metagross here. Another Bubble Beam, I didn't expect that.
The time we had together there?
Sorry?
Are you trying to insult the time we had together
No. But we see a Bubble Beam catch now.
Oh.
Really impressed.
I'm not sure how good the catch is. I would probably let it... actually, Metagross is kind of low on HP at this point. We'll
Metagross
probably
has
no
a
shield.
has an earthquake. Metagross has an earthquake.
We'll
Probably
probably
no
no
shield
shield
here.
this. With it being debuffed, yeah, absolutely can tank it.
It's even
And
less than
Dragon
I
Tail's
thought it
literally
would.
enough. Yeah, because it's debuffed.
And Primarina has a move.
Does it?
Of course, it didn't.
It's
It
very
didn't throw
good.
before. So hello.
Ice Beam the Metagross now?
I do think
Please,
so.
please don't keep bubble beaming. Please.
Will a Meteor Mash kill the Suicune though?
Oh, it's
Because Metagross
very
will
likely
win
it will
CMP.
actually. Off turn CMP maybe?
It's
No off turn
not.
CMP. I'm pretty
Meteor
sure
Mash
this
going
KO.
through, and Meteor Mash is such an impressive move as well. So
Yep.
this should be it.
It does KO, yeah. That is rough. Bringing
Green
the
O for
Primarina,
Heartbroken Kid here.
but then the bubble beaming the Metagross for 2 minutes straight. Yeah, a bit unfortunate.
Imagine there was an ASCAF in the back. That would be a totally different match. But well,
it would have been better, but I'm not sure it would have been good.
Better against the Metagross for sure.
The thing is, you'd still have to shield the Earthquake, and
Yes.
the Primarina couldn't have taken an Earthquake without the debuff.
That for sure, but the ASCAF might be able to farm down a Metagross and throw Drill Runs into the Groudon. So it would have been probably a different matchup. We will never find out
We'll hopefully now find out.
Until maybe we see the same situation with an ASCAF in Game 4. Let's go for it.
Yeah, let's go for the last match. Find out if HBK goes for the sweep or Kelsey redeems herself in at least one game here. Zekrom against the Scavalier. Too shabby. You do resist the Dragon Breaths and do hit for the super effective Drill Runs, which you do outpace to as well. Also, you do dodge the Groudon.
Do you see how much these Dragon Breaths do to Escavalier?
Yeah.
Disgusting. And we see a shield coming up, makes sense, and the defense drop, that hurts so much to see. But we get the shield back on Kelsey's side. It's not too horrible.
Yeah, imagine taking more damage from Dragon Breaths than your opponent does from counters. When the Dragon Breaths are resisted as well.
Imagine.
We'll get the shield here though, which is very nice.
That for sure. The question is, would ASCAP be able to reach another one?
Did get the sneak in.
It'll be huge. Will we see another debuff though?
Please no.
Make me lose my mind completely. No,
we definitely won't, since we just no shielded. Getting that shield match, this is so dangerous.
This is super dangerous. Reshiram with out a shield against you. Oh, this
no matter
overheat.
which Pokemon takes the overheat, it will almost take it out.
Is it an overheat? Is it a Draco Meteor? I don't know.
It is
it's an overheat.
There is no reason for Red Draco against the Metagross team.
And we also have
Crunch
here.
just doesn't do quite enough. She finally brought Snail. Nice. It is a Snail. That is true. Yeah, Giratina easily able to get rid of the Metagross.
That for sure.
Yeah, getting both shields with Escavalier was perfect. Just beautiful setup for the Reshiram. Overheating whatever comes in.
Heartbroken Kid kinda had to shield twice because that Metagross in the back didn't want to face that ASCAP as well, so makes sense. That was the right play, but that was an unfortunate lead.
Yeah, true. We do see the Giratina easily farm it down here. Both players know this game is over. Kelsey at least getting that one game.
Grabbing that point, well played. Well adjusted.
Beautifully.
Exactly. But still, impressive 3-0 from Heartbroken Kid here.
We have one more matchup to go for tonight.
That is correct. We see Blue Anthrax again. This time against Heater. I don't think we had the pleasure with Heater tonight.
I do believe we didn't, yes.
Thank you.
So
yeah.
We saw Blue Anthrax though.
Yes, in the first match, exactly. I have still my cheat sheet here. Ilya, the teams.
Yeah, the teams.
This
We both
Jirachi,
already talked
I'm a
about it.
fan.
Jirachi looks insane. However, the biggest problem with the Jirachi is that
It's bad. Oh wait,
Mewtwo
what?
technically could deal with it with Shadow Ball, but you're just incentivized to run Ice Beam by the Yveltal and the Lando. So
And
it's
Ilya, we
kind of
saw it already before that Mewtwo was formerly a double legacy one. And
yeah,
if it's the same Mewtwo,
that
if Blue Antrax
yeah,
doesn't have another one,
it's quite
would you
likely
TM
he
it?
has multiples build. It is very
Fair.
likely he has more than one
Fair.
build. Yeah, Dialga obviously also looks insane, just as always. Dialga, one of the best, strongest Marshall League picks, having one of the best possible typing combinations, as well as Dragon Breath, which is one of the strongest fast moves in the game. Ironhead giving it beautiful coverage against the Togekiss, Draco Meteor giving it beautiful coverage to nuke anything out of existence. That isn't Togekiss.
We still have a Conkeldurr on a Blue Antrax side, which can do quite some work against the Flyers, against the Steels, even against Jirachi with the neutral counters and the Dynamic Punch can hurt a lot.
I'd say.
Would you say we see a Gust Yveltal here?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, I'd say that is the thing that Conkeldurr has to respect the most next to the Jirachi, because it definitely takes a lot of damage from the Gusts. It's a very oppressive move. It's a Confusion / Dragon Breath clone. Only that Dragon Breath is 1/4 of the duration.
I mean, even a Snarl Hurricane one is
oh yeah, that would absolutely
for Conkeldurr as well.
Annihilate Conkeldurr. I probably expect Gust, Hurricane, and Dark Pulse, because Regice, while it does look okay, there is that potential threat of Dialga Iron heading you, Jirachi Doom desiring you, and even Virizion or Regirock just Stone Edging / Sacred Swording you to the face.
It has a problem every Reggie has. It has to land its charge move, because that Logon does nothing. And we're in Master League. They have like 1 million health, so you need the 1 million lockdowns to kill them. Tricky for the Reggies here.
The problem in Master League is you don't need the charge moves, you need the charge moves, because you essentially don't one-hit KO anything, except for Lando here.
True as well.
But yeah, it's a bit rough, I am gonna be honest. What I do think we could see is Earthquake Landorus, because the only real reason to run Superpower is Regice, while Earthquake helps you with Conkeldurr, Mewtwo, Raikou, and Garchomp. I don't expect to see Raikou, but it's just nice to point out. It is definitely something that gets improved by running Earthquake.
Running double nuke is a proper strategy for sure. You still lose your potential to hit hard, like after 5 mud shots. So I'm curious to see what we will see here. Let's tune into the match. We see a Togekiss.
Togekiss, Mewtwo, and Garchomp. We will immediately find out the Mewtwo moveset, the Mewtwo set, and yeah, we all know this. Also, Shundo Dialga with Best Buddy Ribbon. Nasty.
I'm not jealous at all. I don't even have a normal Hundo, but hey, I have so much fun watching this.
This is where I'd put my Shundo Dialga, if I had one.
Exactly, but we see that Ironhead, it gets shielded, obviously. Dialga able to win the zeros and the ones. Has to shield here though. And shielding an ancient power always sucks.
Yeah, the rough thing here is that Togekiss, if it does shield a second time, the Jirachi gets very dangerous. So probably... Oh, never mind. Just wanted to say they might give away Switch and take some energy with them, but never mind that. Trying to dodge the Yveltal as much as possible with the Mewtwo. But yeah, we do see the Jirachi. At this point, I think it's pretty safe to say they aren't running Ice Beam on their Mewtwo. Also, we do see the Gust Yveltal.
Exactly, but this Outrage will hurt so much because that Bacon Bird is not that tanky. Will it even KO here? Oh my god, so close. And another Dragon Tail Farm.
The overtap! Oh my god, not able to reach another charge move. And
now
we do
just
see the
see
sand
Sand
tomb on the last Pokemon there.
So this debuff
Rough.
can't be cleared. We still have a Togekiss with some energy. We still have a full Mewtwo, and Jirachi probably needs 3 Doom Desire against the Mewtwo?
I'd assume so, yeah. The confusions are resisted. Also, at this point, I think even an Ice Beam Mewtwo would be able to beat it, especially with the
debuffed
Togekiss
one.
charms, and
Yeah.
because it's debuffed in its defenses.
But we see
do
the
see
Shadow Ball
Shadow
still.
So we do see the double legacy again, being super underprepared for the Yveltal with the Mewtwo at least. Quite surprising.
I agree with that. And we see the Gust Yveltal, which makes it not
Oh.
super horrible against the Togekiss.
Should be able to tank this though. Fairly easily. Yeah.
Yes, it does. And here comes the... No, it doesn't. Here it comes, the Shadow Ball. To kill this already debuffed Jirachi. I'm not sure if a full health non-debuffed Jirachi would live that, but hey. GG on game 1. Taking the switch over shield advantage, but utilizing that with his impressive Dragon Tail outrage damage with the card jump. Was a...
Also hitting the outrage on Yveltal definitely was a game changer.
Yes. Impressive game 1. Ilya, do you expect any change in both teams?
I wouldn't be surprised to see the Lando. We definitely will still see the Dialga, but I think if they bring in Lando, they will exchange it for the Yveltal, I believe, to be still prepared for the Togekiss. Yeah, I don't really think Mewtwo is that much of an issue, especially with Shadow Ball being revealed. Dialga doesn't have to be afraid of a Focus Blast at least, that is definitely a merit, and Lando doesn't have to be afraid of being one-hit KO'd by an Ice Beam.
Exactly, but did you ever see a Lando getting hit by a Side Strike?
Oh yes, it does like 75%, I think.
Yes.
And
that
even the Psycho
still not
cuts do
great.
a good amount of damage.
That matchup's still not great, and the Dragon Tail on the Garchomp also caused some trouble for the Lander.
That's true, however,
I would
like
love
I said,
to see it.
With the Earthquake, he definitely gets a shield.
That for sure. That's for sure. Well, let's see if you're right and we see the Lander here.
Game 2.
Same team on Bruantrix's side and the same lead.
Same Shundo Dialga.
Still not jealous at all. No.
It's okay, Felix, it's okay. You're gonna get one at some point.
Thank you. For sure. We see the Iron Head. Good timing on the move here. Doesn't allow a sneak. But probably the same thing as in game 1. We see don't see the Ancient Parry yet.
Standard
Not going for the
play out
instant boost.
This matchup.
There we go, gets shielded, so the Dialga
boost.
will reach another one.
Oh, catches
on the Mewtwo.
Iron Head on the Mewtwo. That is very interesting, actually. Saving that second shield and still having a Pokemon that can deal with... Oh,
but
they didn't bring the Lando, the Yveltal. That is really rough for Blue Anthrax, who had to reveal the Shadow Ball last game. And they do get a sneak in.
Ouch.
Preventing Blue Anthrax from reaching even another Side Strike.
And I would say this Yveltal most likely still runs the Hurricane with the Gust, so...
Yeah, definitely. I do
this
believe
Togekiss
it has to run the Hurricane. In particular...
Togekiss doesn't sneak as well, so... This will hurt a lot.
Oh, damn. Yeah, that match is,
Kinda.
I'd say pretty much over.
Kinda over, yes.
Yeah, Heater played that very well. The Gust Yveltal really did its job, especially with the Hurricane.
That for sure,
Yeah,
farming down that Mewtwo.
Gust,
that catch was cool, but in the end it might have made that game a lot clearer.
Actually,
for Heater.
Depending on what is in back, if it is a Regirock, which I definitely don't expect, but who knows?
That's true.
Weirder things have happened.
I mean, we
they
could
will never
see
shield the first one.
that for sure. But will it reach 3 sand tombs?
Okay.
Clearing
they
the
immediately
debuff
swapped
makes
to
sense.
Dialga though. Yeah.
How much does
very
Outrage do here?
Oh, no denial either.
Never mind.
Yeah, we won't get to see that. Outrage with the debuff might actually have potential.
Yes, but we still have the
But
shield
won't get
here.
there. Won't get there.
Well played.
Raiko in the back next game, maybe? Actually, Raiko in the back sounds like very logical actually, because it does resist the Doom Desires from Jirachi, as well as the Gusts from Yveltal. So
Yes.
I wouldn't be surprised.
The question is, do we see a Dialga lead again? Because Raikou against Dialga
I wouldn't be
is
surprised about that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I'd like to see the Raikou, just not in the lead, maybe. Maybe consider Conkeldurr in the lead to like not immediately give up shield advantage, especially because you had pace to the dynamic punch. You don't need to necessarily win switch since Heater doesn't really like his Virizion and Lando apparently. But getting rid of the Dialga is quite nice.
The thing is that Mewtwo doesn't look that strong anymore.
Yeah, especially
when
with
we
the
saw
Yveltal
exactly.
and
So it might be
Dialga
time for
also
adjustments.
able to tank one move. So yeah, I'd like to see Conkeldurr lead with Raikou in the back and maybe Togekiss, probably Garchomp because it's more neutral. But let's
Problem
see.
here, they need shields. Let's see.
True, that is true.
Let's see this game 3 and put possible adjustments.
Conkeldurr and Raikou in the back. Let's go.
Ah.
Oh, Garchomp safe swap maybe.
Would make some sense.
Yeah,
we have
after
a
one
connection,
counter,
but it
catching
doesn't
the
mirror.
first confusion. Oh, big call.
Yes.
Probably expecting the Togekiss, not the Raikou though, which is still, which
thing
leads
is,
to the same result of counter swapping into
this
Yveltal.
doesn't get shielded, and it doesn't. Wow. Garchomp can.
This has to be shielded too,
switch.
though.
Yes. I mean, if it's a Dark Pulse, Garchomp probably. No, it doesn't. It doesn't. We're in Master Classic.
Yeah, I'm not confident it could tank it.
We have the Dialga here.
Yeah, unable to reach the Outrage. However, does still have a shield. Might be able to counter down with the debuff.
The question is, does Heater count?
No Dialga, Chris?
He does.
We do have a Dialga.
We
have... Not sure if that was lag or just waiting.
I don't know what you would wait here for.
Because he will still reach a charge move.
I don't know what you would wait.
Yeah, it's still interesting. So
but we have that Jirachi into Raikou, and you said correctly, this thing resists the Doom Desire, so Gleam. Ooh. But still 2 shields up. 2 shields up.
Oh, going for a Wild Charge, and they do get the sneak. Heater says lag. Okay, so they took 2 extra Dragon Tails there. I assume it didn't matter then. Oh, they no shield.
Makes a lot of sense, to be honest. You just farm down Draco,
that is
Conkeldurr, and
Conkeldurr.
Good night.
Is switch locked still. The Volt switches won't do enough damage to.
We see that desperate tapping on the Conkeldurr, but it doesn't help when the timer is not up. You can't switch.
Up a shield should win this. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Dialga still reaching the Draco to get rid of that nasty Conkeldurr and winning the match. Yep, Draco.
I won't boom around, although it was worth it.
It technically was worth a boom. Ryan would be very disappointed with us if he saw this.
That's true. We will never show him. Well, yeah, we saw the Conkeldurr and we saw the Raikou, and it didn't work out. What do you say?
Because the Conkeldurr found the one really bad matchup except for Yveltal. Yeah, Peter very nicely adapted his lead for that one match where it mattered. And I'm very interested whether Blue Anthrax can tie it up or Heater can close it out and get a free.
Question is, now that you know the Raikou is in play, will you bring the Yveltal again?
I'm not sure. I'm gonna be honest. with Mewtwo being in the bench, there's quite a good reason to not bring Yveltal, which would in turn make Blue Anthrax bring the Mewtwo if he predicts that. But let's see. I'm
Mind
very
games. Let's
yeah,
go
mind
into the
games
last
galore.
game of the evening.
The reason we love the Show 6 pick 3 format so much. Now we see the Dialga lead again.
But we also see your backline here again, your favorite
Yep.
backline. This matchup's not really great.
Yeah, it's playable because you usually do reach a second Sand Tomb, if I recall correctly, meaning that you can get a shield if you shield yourself. Big lag.
Depends if the Dialga throws the move though.
Yeah, you'd have, like I said, you'd have to shield as well. Yeah, okay.
And it does.
Gave away 2 turns as well, because if this goes unshielded, they did save Dragon Tail worth of damage. So yeah, the 2 save turns was very nice. Good counter swap here. I'm afraid it is a Yveltal in the back though.
So am I, but the thing is that Raikou might be able to get shields. And Yveltal without shields against Stone Edge?
Technically that is true. However, the Dialga is still in play. It's still alive somewhere.
But doesn't have that much energy.
Might be used as a sack swap though.
I would say it's not too hard to throw a Stone Edge into a Gust Yveltal though. So true. Might.
Do we see the second shield, or do we see a Dialga farm down here?
I would expect the latter.
Yeah, same. Going down shields isn't really nice here. Yeah, we do see the bit. Oh, Landorus! They finally brought Landorus!
Wow, banking the Yveltal.
Oh, trying to get to 2 wild charges.
Oh.
Not able to. Not able to. Gave away so much extra farm here by staying in for some extra volts. We're just trying to find out whether
we see the shield. We see the shield. Interesting.
This is definitely an Earthquake in my opinion, or a Stone Edge bait. Never mind, we see the superpower. I am surprised. I am very surprised. Also by just giving away the energy here, only in order to clear.
Power should not kill.
To catch. This definitely doesn't KO. However, if they aren't running Earthquake, they can't one-hit KO the Conkeldurr either.
That's for sure. They need 2 superpowers, but they will reach
them. If they superpower twice, the Raikou might just be able to tank 2 mud shots.
I don't think it tanks. It might be a tie. But I doubt it.
They do need to hit another superpower.
Yes.
This will be.
We are 1 away from the wild charge, so turns. This will be super interesting.
Yes.
Well, never mind. You were right.
2 debuffs were enough to live it. Perfect. Very, very nice. Very precise gameplay in the end there. However, it only had 3,404 CP, so a hundo would have probably not made it as close.
Wow. Just wow on this last match.
Yeah, the double debuff, not bringing Earthquake, cost him the game here. So
yeah, you're so good.
Nah,
impressive.
It's really just assuming damage numbers.
I know. But yeah, your Earthquake call was the right call in this specific matter here. We saw an impressive 2-2. Well played on both sides here. And, well, was that the last round of all time?
That was the last round of today. We are done.
How many rounds are still played in this draft?
I believe 1.
Only 1.
Well, it is round robin. So everybody fights everyone, and with 10 battlers, that means we have 4 times 9 battles each. So 36, if I recall correctly.
So
we have 28.
We can be happy for more rounds, is what you want
32.
to say.
Flume is only 1 round away from being done. And he has the most battles up to now. Unfortunately, not that great a record. But yeah, it happens. Sometimes you're just not as happy with your team. We do see Oscar on top with 2 draws, 4 wins out of the 6 battles played. Stefan just behind with 1 lost instead of 2 draws, and then Heater, who has a 3-3 record. Chris and Heartbroken Kid being essentially tied with a 2-2-2. However, Chris got 1 more win, meaning he probably got a 4-0, 1 more 4-0 instead of a 3-1, or 1 more 1-3 instead of an 0-4. Kelsey with the 1-4 and 2 lost ones. Flume with the 1-3-4 with the most matches played. Blue Anthrax with the 1-3-2. Cabana with the 1-2-3. And Dutch Goku with the 2-0-5. At least he's not tying. Couch Domination. 2 more streams. Yeah, that is true. We have 1 more round, but 2 more streams. We have this Saturday and next Saturday, if I recall correctly. But yeah, who should we rate? Thank you also to our staff, Darkest David, Dave, GCB, Pillar Bears, Roar Books, and Rizlord.
Yeah, thank you so much. Stuff.
Thank you,
Good job.
thank
Good
you
job.
for being my co-caster for tonight, Felix. It was a
pleasure.
was a pleasure. It was very nice to have you on here as a fellow person who knows some things about Master League and then doesn't know some things because nobody knows scissors matchups, except for if you've done enough PoGoRaids drafts to know how bad it is.
I actually feel like I should grind a bit again and take part in such a draft. It was fun.
I can only
Also
recommend it to you.
seeing stuff in Master League you usually don't see.
Yeah, PoGoRaids is one of the best PvP servers in my opinion. Nobody told me to say that, by the way.
No.
Did
you send them your PayPal already?
Yes.
Yes.
Cap. No, there's multiple formats. There's Great League drafts being hosted, Ultra League drafts being hosted, as well as self-made OU meta, where some megas are allowed, while stuff like Zacian and Dialga isn't.
I will have a look into that.
And obviously Master League.
Hey chat, do you want to fight me in draft? Clap
Okay,
me.
Oscar suggesting rise to occasion, so yeah. Are they doing Master League though?
Rise is kinda a snowflake, so I don't think so. But he duos. We're gonna do Rise. This is what
we
we
are
hear.
rating Rise.
There we go.
He's rating with with Queen Aurora 13 right now. So
yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me here. It was a pleasure, and yeah, probably see you in a draft next time. And have fun with Rise now. And good night, good day, whatever you feel like doing next. I will take a long sleep now. So yes.
Same. I'm still trying to catch up after EUIC.